Hello, everyone. It is Vinny, and welcome to our monthly sale. I have my special. Am I pointing the right way? No, I'm not.
Other way.
There we go.
Hi, guys.
StreamYard's back. She's right here. It's Katie of Vintage and Vinyl joining me. We each have 25 great items to offer you all tonight. But as you all know, Dee, the Thrill of the Thrift, does her sales right before me, and I like to chat for 15 minutes before we do the sale. That way it gives her a chance to wrap up and play catch up with you all. So first, let me make Katie big here so she can introduce herself. If there is anybody here who doesn't know who she is, let me switch us around here. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and where we can find you.
Absolutely. So I'm Katie from Vintage and Vinyl. I have a YouTube channel here, of course, on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram at vintage_and_vinyl. I have had some Whatnot sales in the past, so I am on Whatnot. I need to do a couple more of those sales. I haven't been motivated yet to do another one, but that will be coming. And of course, I'm on TikTok and all the other places that you can find people these days on social media. I am a collector of all kinds of things, but I particularly love advertising, records, and vintage brooches. Those are my favorite things. As you see behind me, I love Coca-Cola stuff, so I've got a bunch of Coca-Cola advertising. And in today's sale, I have a wide variety of cool things for you all, but I'm really excited to bring some really incredible advertising industrial pieces. My whole home is vintage industrial. That's what I love. And I really enjoy selling that as well as vintage jewelry. So we've got fun things coming up for you today in the sale. And Vinny, thank you so much for having me. I am so thrilled that we get to do monthly sales. This is just going to be a lot of fun. I actually had too many items for this sale, so I had to kind of weed through and say, oh, what am I going to sell this time? And that's always fun, getting to choose the items I think you guys will like best.
It's tough, trust me. I literally had to do the same thing. And then, of course, I went out yesterday and 2 days, it was Thursday and Friday, I went out and found more industrial stuff. So I was like, dang it.
Well, that just means that we've got more for future sales. And Jeffrey, I see you love my kind of music. I love Joe Stafford and Peggy Lee and Dinah Shore. All of the music I listen to mainly is 50s rockabilly and doo-wop, soul. I love soul. I love 60s music too. So I've got quite the vinyl collection of that. And I do love 70s rock. I've got a few albums I really like, but man, there's nothing like that harmony in that 50s music, and that early rock is just incredible.
I don't know, Tim. I'm thankful I haven't had to experience that. But I'll let you know. Speaking of Dinah, hold on, Katie. I got to run and grab something because I think you might like this too.
Oh, I'd love to see it. And a quick thank you to Mystic Mom and Salty Croc. They do such a great job moderating for Vinny, and they always help out with all of my offers and things in the chat too. So thank you guys so very much for making this sale so effortless. We really couldn't do it without you both.
So I posted this on Instagram a while ago. I don't know if you remember it, but I have an autographed picture of Dinah Shore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool. She's a spiffy lady.
Yes, she was.
Sandra, welcome.
It says, to Sam, good luck, Dinah Shore.
Wonder who Sam is.
Let me take it out of the frame. I wonder who Sam was too. Yeah, this I got at an antique mall. I was tickled pink to find it because I love Dinah. Here's the full. Here, let me make myself big real quick. And then here it is.
Oh, wow.
This has to be her in probably the 30s or early 40s because of that hairdo. And look how young she is.
Signature. Just looks gorgeous in that.
I could not believe this was sitting in an antique mall.
Jeffrey has detached retina over your
I think
photo.
He does.
I don't get into tango music much, Tim, but maybe that's something I need to expand into. And hey, Colleen, Fish Chick Finds, welcome. And Amy, oh, so many friends in the chat that I'm seeing. I can't not say hello to all of you. Sandra's here. Sandra, I got a ton of industrial stuff you are going to love, I do believe. Venny, too.
Oh, yes, we do. We've got lots of good stuff, a good mix of everything. A few offer ups here or there, but lots of neat stuff. So did you go out shopping at all this week?
This week I did actually. I went to an antique mall down in St. Augustine and I found some fantastic brooches. Now, these are not going to be for sale. I do collect the brooches, and the people just didn't know what they had. It was a sterling silver brooch over gold, and then a 14 karat gold brooch with black enamel. I don't have them right here to show you all. They're already in my jewelry collection, but I can't believe that I found them. One was just $14, and I'm pretty sure that the seller just did not know it was marked 14 karat gold, and it was not gold filled. So that was quite the find. I also got this incredible lucite clock. It does not work, but I think I can get it up and running. And I saw several of them when they do work selling for over $90. So I'm probably going to hang on to this clock for a while since I love clocks too. I like so many things in the vintage realm, but I'm very excited that I was able to pick this up over the weekend. So that was kind of fun. What about you, Vinny?
I went up to the Hancock Antique Mall, where I'm sure you guys have seen many of my hauls from that place. I finally got to show you all some of the little spots in there where I find some of my fun treasures. I spent $200 in there. You can tell how excited I was about that financial statement by the look on my face. But I did find a lot of really good stuff. I mean, vintage and non-vintage, because it's indoor flea and antique mall. So I found a bunch of good beauty products to sell. I've got tons of vintage. I mean, you name it, I'm pretty sure I found it in there.
Vinny does really well with the beauty products. That's something that always amazes me because I would have just passed by them, and I probably still do, but I have more of an appreciation for them because Vinny can sell vintage perfume like nobody's business online, and it just blows me away that people are still looking for these things. But I guess that makes sense since everyone kind of wants that smell and that feel of yesteryear.
Well, not even just that, formulas change. And, people want the original stuff. They don't want the stuff they're making now. They want the stuff that they remember and the stuff that they liked, as opposed to what they did when they changed their formula. But it's incredible to me that people buy that stuff. Now, granted, eBay's gotten a little bit more strict. Like, I would never sell a used lipstick, but like with perfume now, they're cracking down. Like, it should be a new full bottle. Like, they don't want you selling used bottles, even if it's vintage, which is stupid. But
well, that's stupid. If it's vintage, they should let you sell, because some people probably just want the bottle, not necessarily the perfume inside, particularly if you collect vanity items. So, I mean, same with vintage lipstick tubes.
It's weird, vintage AF. They did some of them. They don't really mind it. I don't know. eBay, it's weird. It's a whole weird thing. But yes, it's frustrating because sometimes the older scents that you don't make anymore, and when eBay boots them off, it's like, really?
Yeah, I just saw a lady. I think we follow her on Instagram, Vinny, and I can't remember her account. She does vintage makeup, but she talked about how she bought some of Marilyn Monroe's makeup, her lipstick and her compact, and she tracked this compact down over the course of like 9 years because it sold at one auction. Actually, the big lot of it sold to, I believe, Ripley's Believe It or Not. So they had like a whole collection of Marilyn Monroe things. And she noticed that in that lot of things that sold to Ripley's, the lipstick and the compact were missing at Ripley's. So that the lipstick and compact had obviously been split from the lot and sold separately. And so over 9 years, she tracked this down. And she's a Marilyn Monroe like super fan and loves vintage makeup and has an incredible collection. And she paid somewhere like $9,000 or something crazy to buy this particular item. And she has it now in her collection. And of course, she says in the video that she won't swatch it or match it because I guess Marilyn Monroe had a very specific color made for only her, and it's made by the Max Factor company. She won't swatch it, and
Oh
of course,
yeah, Max
everyone that
Factor.
follows her wants her to swatch it so that she could make a Marilyn Monroe lipstick. But she says she doesn't want to mess up the vintage container of makeup, so she just keeps it in her collection.
Well, why not, right? Especially if it's Marilyn.
I mean, but think about that. That would be really cool to have a piece of Marilyn Monroe like that. But of course, you would probably want to take out insurance to
I
have
would,
like
but that
something
I
like
don't think
that.
would get the true market value for it on eBay though. That would probably have to go to like a really well-known high-end auction house.
Well,
Like
you'd have
where
to
Nick, the
prove.
vintage costume collector, gets all of his costumes and such. One of those auction houses in New York or in LA or
Mhm.
something. That belongs there, not on eBay.
Well, you'd have to prove that it belonged to her, and so if they took it, they
Yeah,
would have and tried to resell it. They'd have to have the papers with it that
yeah.
clarified
There's
that
no
it was
way.
her.
But that just adds more to the cost of the item. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, Nate, Joan, Angela, Virginia, golly,
We haven't said
Dana.
hello to anybody in the chat, have we? We just kind of rambled on. So we got Poodle, Patty Rose, we've got Tim. I see Sheila Fruman is here. Amy is here. Of course, Mom, Pop, Kettle are downstairs helping us out.
Thank you again, guys. You guys are awesome.
I see Chad. I see KB. Of course, we said hi to Jeffrey Reed because he drooled over Dinosaur's picture. You know, if I ever get a stuffed dinosaur, I'm naming it Dinosaur.
Oh, that's fantastic, Benny.
Betty Gallimore is here. Oh, we've got V. All right, what else? So we got Janice Ballots. I think that is a new name to me. So welcome aboard. We've got Sandra Smith here, Colleen, Robin Boyd, P. Greg, welcome. Nanny Fufu, Sandra Fish, Vintage AF.
Hey, Heather, Antique Agenda, Karen.
Soulmates, Antique Agenda, Dana Grace is here, Joan Plavier, everybody welcome aboard. Thank you for being here. I see Karen Williams is here. Karen Williams. We got Graham. Alrighty, so we are getting close to the 15-minute mark. So let me go ahead and read off our rules. I always gotta have this sheet of paper with me because if I don't, I miss things and then I mess them up.
And Vinny,
It's a
would you
comfort
like
thing.
me to put my email the way you have it in the little?
Oh, I put yours in.
Oh, okay, perfect. So
It's
I don't
scrolling
need
on
to
the
switch
screen.
my name. All right, wonderful.
All right, so everybody just make sure your chats are set to live and not top chat so the most accurate results come in. So make sure that in your email, you send your name, your YouTube name, your PayPal email, and your shipping address so we know where to send you your items. I ship from Maryland on the East Coast, and Katie, you ship
I ship from
from,
Jacksonville, Florida.
so East Coast, basically. Both East Coasters. So we both have two ways of, I'm going to make myself big here. Let me fix this real quick. So we both have two ways of getting items at the sale. We do flat price goods and we also do offer ups. For flat price goods, the first person who gets the number of the item, not the price, wins the item. Mystic Mom and Salty Croc are the ones you need to be on the lookout for that. And then for the offer ups, first person with the highest offer will win. So we don't time it, but after we stop seeing offers come in after a certain period of time, we do a 15-second countdown. We put in the sold. We refresh to see if it is correct with StreamYard because sometimes they have a reputation of being off. And then whoever is before the stop will get the item. So if you are actively making offers and you have reached your limit, please make sure you type out in the chat so that way mom and dad can follow through with that. And please be aware of your shipping location, be it in California, Texas, Canada, because shipping can be quite pricey. I know I've shipped stuff to Poodle, who's here in the chat. I think the last thing that she bought for me when we did our Friday the 13th sale and then my live sale after that, it was about $46, or it would have cost her $46 to ship from me in Maryland to California. So I go to UPS and it only charged me like well over half that. So it only cost like $19 to get this big old box to her. So just be mindful of that. Canada, I wish there was something we could do about that, but unfortunately it's pricey and I hate that, but I mean, what can we do? I wish we could call and protest them and say, hey, lower the prices, people.
I think the jet fuel's just getting more expensive to get it there.
That too. Inflation sucks. We all know that. Alrighty, so since Katie is a guest on my channel tonight, we have 101 people here, so make sure you're thumbing up and subscribing to... Am I pointing it? No, it's backwards. Ugh. Make sure you're subscribing to her and following her on Instagram. I have both of her links down in the description box, as well as Pam Blanchard, who has a sale right after me at 8, and then Trisha from Sandy and Otto, who has a sale at 10 p.m., and these are all Eastern times. So make sure you all go over there after this. All right, Katie, let me make you big here, and you can start selling your stuff.
Perfect. And a quick hello to Pam, and I saw Sis and LaDonna pop in, and Patty Rose, and Kitty Mr. Hedgehog, and Nanny Fufu. So many wonderful folks in the chat. Hello. I'm so glad to be here tonight. My name is Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, if you're just popping in. And I am so excited to bring you some fabulous things. I am really enjoying collecting all kinds of industrial items and bringing them to my monthly sale with Venny, because I know you guys like that. And I have the coolest bottle that I found on the yard sale with Pam. I just absolutely fell in love with this. How fantastic is this? So this is a vintage soda bottle, and it is for Whistle Soda. It's got the music notes on the side. So if you love music like I do, you probably are going to love this graphic. And this bottle is from Decanter, Illinois. Now, it does have a 5-digit zip code, so this is after 1963, but it is an absolutely amazing bottle in fabulous condition. It's got some embossing on the bottom, and I love these old soda bottles, particularly the ones that are different and have really cool graphics. And I mean, the whistle on this is just fantastic. Now, these bottles are becoming harder and harder to find, particularly with this graphic here with the bottled information on it. So it's from the F&B Bottling Company out of Decanter, Illinois. There aren't a lot like this available, so this is quite a special bottle. I do love these clear bottles because you can stick things down inside, so you can use this as a centerpiece on your table with a beautiful bouquet of flowers or a single rose. You can stuff stuff down in the bottles, and they're really awesome. You can even put some fairy lights down in here and light this up at night. The other thing that I do with bottles is I have a big old 1940s Coca-Cola crate, and I just keep adding unique bottles to it. And I've got a whole display of bottles and a crate that looks really cool on top of one of my curio cabinets. So I love the idea of bottles. They're perfect to tuck in little displays, and this one is a great one. So it measures about 9.5 inches in size, and this Whistle Soda bottle can be yours for just $12 by giving me number 26. $12, number 26, if you would like the really cool old Whistle Soda bottle. Great graphics on that. Yeah, old bottles are cool. They really are. And you could put food coloring in this with some water like Venny did and make some awesome stuff. He's done that, I think, with old perfume bottles. Ah, Sandra. Excellent. I knew you'd like that.
Let me make sure your info is in the description.
And Venny, are we doing 2 items at a time?
Yes, I should have said that beforehand. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
No worries.
2 items. Thank
you. All right, my next item is a lot of fun. I've curated a little lot of vintage for you guys. So you're going to get a cool old tin, and you're going to get it filled with some amazing vintage items. So this is a McGregor's Family Nail Box, and I love it. It says Mrs. McGregor's Family Nail Box. Got some fabulous graphics on it. It's made by the American Steel and Wire Company, and it says the handiest thing to have around the house. It's got navy blue and sort of that light blue, very 50s, very fun. And then on the back is where it's at. It has some fabulous graphics. The story of steel and wire making in book form. So you can write in and get a free book. And then it's got all these amazing graphics of things you can do with nails. So this guy's hanging a curtain, repairing a window screen, fixing his kid's wagon, building a little house, putting together all kinds of things. Just fabulous graphics. And so you're going to get this tin, but you're also going to get a fun little array of items inside that I've curated for you. So you're going to get this whole little lot of fun things. The first thing you're going to get is a vintage Princess phone keychain in white. They made these as a little promotional item for the Princess phones that came out. I have more of these in the sale. I bought this from the Telephone Museum in St. Louis. So this does help support the Telephone Museum, which is an excellent little place I did a whole video on. And you're also going to get some Jones razor blades, brand new in the box. Every blade an ace with some cool graphics on it. So you get the little box of shaving razor blades. You're going to get a vintage and vinyl wax seal, which is kind of my specialty. And then you're going to get 2 fun little tags. So you get a tag for Keystone Heater. I just love these tags. I have a whole gallery wall of these little tags in my house that come off of appliances and so forth. And you're going to get this one. Notice, if speed of pump change to change the capacity, the driving and intermediate clears must also be changed to produce 45 to 49 pulsations per minute. So this came off of something. I can tell you that these 2 tags came all the way from Canada. So they are Canadian. So you're going to get these. And you're just going to get all of these in this fun little box. It's a little instant collection. And you get such a cool box with great graphics from American Quality Steel and Wire. Great little thing. And you're going to get the whole little lot of fun vintage for just $15. $15 by giving me number 29. $15, number 29 for the Mrs. McGregor's Family Nail Box lot.
That's a steal of a deal for that.
I love all the little things inside. You know, they just make me happy. And you can always put those inside, take them out of the box and put them inside a printer's tray or a little junk jar. They're just little fun items. So I love them. Betty, congratulations. Those are yours. All righty.
All right, I guess it's
think
my
it's
go.
back to you.
Okay, so in response to the whistle bottle that Katie just sold, you know, in that famous movie To Have and Have Not, Lauren Bacall's famous and most scandalous, controversial line where, want a whistle? You just put your lips together and blow. That was very bad for back then. Today it's nothing. Okay. I guess I got to put the cig down, right, to sell stuff. Sorry, these are addictive. These are worse than regular cigs.
Yeah, you got to put that down.
Darn it. Oh, I will eventually show those. I've got like 4 of them. People want to know when they want to see my junk jar. Amy's been begging me to show them.
I want to see your junk jar.
It would be a really long video, so I probably wouldn't dump the jar out and show the stuff, but I'd kind of show you all what I do with them. Speaking of bottles, I actually have one myself too. This one, you know what? I may have to put something behind it because it's clear. Hopefully this helps show it better. I'm gonna hold it like this. Hopefully it shows it. It's for citrate magnesia. And what it says is solution citrate magnesia. Dose adults 1/2 to 1 bottle as desired. Children in proportion to age. And this was actually made by the Owens Mill. Did I say that right? No.
Owens, Illinois.
Owens, Illinois. Owens Mills is a town in Maryland. What was I thinking?
That's okay.
But yes, really cool bottle. You could use this for a flower vase, like just put one single flower and put it on a table. You could fill it up with the colored water to show off the really cool embossed letters. No cracks or chips. Let me put my rules down. I'm going to measure this bottle so that way we get an idea. So it is about 7 3/4 inches tall. And that's a really cool bottle. I did clean it. As you can see, there's still some residue in here. I'm not sure how to get that out, but I'm selling it as is. And it is $8 and it's number 16. $8 number 16 for the milk of magnesia. My goodness. Citrate magnesia bottle.
I love the embossing on that. Oh my gosh, that is so good, Benny.
Isn't that cool? So I see Sandra Smith for that one. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing I forgot to mention. We can't combine shipping. The two of us. So if I sell something or you buy multiple things from me, we can't combine it with Katie's. We got to do them separately, unfortunately. So this caught my attention. I got this when I forgot where I got these. But these are really cool. It's only the one. It's made in France. It's a moule shredder. It's got all its rubber feet. I think there was supposed to be one of those like grates looking things to, I guess, shred something in there, but that is long gone. Really neat though. I like the metal on it. It's very warped. You can definitely tell it has age. Tarnish is the word I was looking for. But that's really cool. This measures... Oh, I'm glad, Kay, that you got them. So we'll say it's about 10 inches wide. And it is about 3.5 inches tall. And this is also $8, and it's number 2 if anybody is interested.
That would be great for a kitchen display.
Oh, absolutely. $8 number 2 for this one if anybody is interested. And folks, we will do a recap if there's anything that did not sell. So don't feel bad if you missed anything, because anything that we did not sell the first round, we will do a second round on just in case. So $8 number 2 for that one, if anyone's interested. I don't know if there's a lag. I'm sure there probably is.
I think there's a big lag, Benny.
So I'll wait a couple seconds. Yeah, probably a ricer press is probably right. Okay. All right, so those were my 2, and I actually remembered that I sold 2 this time. What a miracle.
It's okay, Benny. You're doing lots of things all at one time. Hi, Karina, and everyone popping in. Welcome. My next item is something that I just fell in love with, and this is something that I've had in my house for a long time. And when I moved into this apartment, I thought, where would I set this up? Because I don't have the little half wall that I had in my other apartment. And, a lot of people had messaged me when I got this item and said, if you ever sell it, let me know. So guys, today is the day. I am finally selling this, and I hope you guys will like it. It is a little on the large side, so I will do my best to get the best shipping rates for you, but I have to say it's pretty fabulous. So I bought this from a gentleman who I love here in town. He's got a store called Cool Stuff Gang. I did a video over there. And this is a old time card slot hanger. So this would go on the wall in an office or any type of business where you need time cards. And the time cards would fit down inside, and then you'd punch them in the machine, and then they'd stick down in here. And this is for the out time cards. You can see they've labeled this here. And this is a pretty cool item because I've upcycled it. Instead of putting time cards in here, I have maps. And so you are going to get my entire collection of vintage maps along with this fabulous ready to go on the wall hanger. It has a hook on the back, or a little hole. So I just had it hanging with a nail in the wall. And you're going to get all of these maps. So let me show you what you're going to get. And they've got some fabulous graphics. You're going to get a West Virginia highway map. You are going to get a Tennessee map, Tennessee and Kentucky. Look at the ESO good old Esso map. You got the tiger, you got all kinds of great graphics. The Esso gas man, happy motoring. And you've got all of the lodges on the back with the credit cards. There's a Marriott. Look at the old Marriott. Isn't that cool? Esso, where you get all the extras. You're going to get an Ohio map. And I love the little motoring family and the lady. Look at the graphics on that. Isn't that fantastic? And then on the back, it says, traveling with your humble credit card. So it's an ad for their credit card. Your credit card may be used to charge, or you can even charge a tire or a battery or charge spark plugs and many other accessories. Need a room for the night? Your charge card is good at Howard Johnson. Who remembers Howard Johnson? Marriott and many others for everything on your room bill. If you don't have the credit card that offers all the extras, stop at the Happy Motoring sign and pick up an application today, and you will be ready to go. So that's a cool map. This one is for North and South Carolina, Esso. You get Pennsylvania. Now, this one's pretty cool. This one you had to pay $1 to get, and it's for World News Affairs for the WFLA radio, FM, and television. So this is a Florida ad, and this is from Venice, Florida. Here's the person that bought this. And, of course, it's got all your news stations where you can tune in. Fabulous, fabulous graphics and information on this map. I really liked this map. And this one is postmarked 1960. So these are all between 1950 and 1970. You're going to get this map. Let me get it out here. Here. Ooh. Let me pull this out. It got a little stuck. This one's a chevron map. Here. Sorry, folks, just a minute. Now, this one had a little accident coming out of the map holder. So I've got another map I will put in here for you all. But this one is for Chevron. Young Ho, go Chevron. So it had a little accident coming out of there, but I will fix that. You've got, I didn't know Chevron employed those kinds of Indiana. Look at the graphics on this. This is city service. And oh my gosh, talk about amazing, folks. On the back, look at that graphic right there with those classic cars in the United States. Just amazing. And you get a special American Oil Motor Club pamphlet inside that one. This one's for Georgia. Another great map here on the back with cool graphics. You're getting Michigan. I love the little road signs, like the classic road signs on the Michigan map. Oh, look at this, the little guy at the bottom. City service dealers help make every trip a treat. And then this is my favorite map. This is a Florida map, and it's for golf. Stop at the sign of the orange disc. This is one of my favorite maps, and I cannot believe, folks, I'm selling it, but I am. Florida's quad centennial celebration. So this is what this map was for. And then the last one you're going to get is the tour guide map for golf. So, and look at the Holiday Inn graphic on this. So you're going to get this whole time card container. You can fill it with anything you want. The maps are very easy to get in and out of here. So they just fit in there like that and come out. Super simple. And it will also fit, I believe, vintage postcards. So if you had a display of vintage postcards, yeah, it will fit postcards just beautifully. So anything you want to display in here, you can. But you're also going to get this whole lot of vintage maps. So you're going to get the map holder, the vintage maps, and all that you see here for just $25 by giving me number 28. $25, number 28 for this whole thing. And I priced it low so that I can accommodate for all of the shipping that might be a little more expensive, given that this is slightly larger. It does measure 35 inches long by 5 inches across. And I will pack this up really well, and you'll get all of the maps. So it's a pretty cool piece. Came out of my personal collection, and it's just, I think, fantastic. $25, number 28. And I realize that this is a little larger, so it's okay if people are a little scared of the shipping. That is okay, but I can give you a great deal through Pirate Ship. So that is that item. Yes, asking your dad how many more miles.
Or like Bart and Lisa Simpson. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Okay.
Thank God for GPS.
Yes. And my next
We're spoiled.
item, we are very spoiled, is going to be an offer up starting at just $25, Vinny. And this next item is a really good item. I picked this up at the Victorian barn on the yard sale. So if you saw that video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is an 1800s axle grease tin, and this is for not axling for greasing axles in cars, but axles on wagons. Yes, wagons. Isn't this amazing? So this is pretty cool. This is a mica axle grease tin from the Standard Oil Company with the really cool striped graphics on the side. This is a good tin. If you do some quick research on eBay, you will find that this sells for over $100 in most cases. And it is a really fantastic collectible, cool tin. What's interesting about this tin is that Standard Oil broke up in 1911. And this is advertising that it's from the Standard Oil Company. So this is definitely before 1911. The first tin can was invented in 1810 by Peter in England. And the first lithograph tin came in the late 1800s. So this is definitely early 1900s, late 1800s, somewhere in there, but definitely before 1911 because Standard Oil Company had split up by then. This is from Indiana, and it's just a fabulous, rusty, crusty, incredible tin with amazing graphics. Now, it still has some of the grease on the inside, so this shows you how old it is. It is quite rusty and crusty, but these look great in displays. You can prop them up on things. I just absolutely love this tin, and it's a good one, you guys. This is a very hard to find tin, and I am so glad I can bring it to you. So I see Lori and Robert Perry in at $25. I mean, imagine greasing wheels for wagons. That's just something we don't even think about anymore because we all are such a, car society now. Nobody uses wagons anymore. So I think that's pretty cool to go back to that time period where people needed grease for their wagon wheels. Very cool. All right, so we're going to start the countdown on this. Going once, going twice, and sold. And maybe with the lag, I ought to count down from 10. But thank you, Vinny, for putting that in there. And I think I'll wait for Mystic Mom to call that. But I think this is indeed sold. And this is a great, great item. So whoever gets this, congrats on this, because I really struggled whether or not I would keep this. So I'm glad it's going to a good home. And I see, let's see who I see. I'm sorry, folks. There's quite a bit of a lag.
I saw Robert and Lori.
Yeah, I think that's who got it. I don't see anybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and say that did go to Lori and Robert Perry. Congratulations, guys. That is a fabulous pickup.
Is there a race car going by near you?
Yeah.
Just the
we have some guy and a hot rod going, probably 55 miles an hour outside my window. So sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Not that I'm not already.
Welcome, Dee.
Hey, Dee. And yes, I am kind of going with that James Dean look.
And that was my tune.
I always say, call me Vinny Dean. See?
Change your middle name, Vinny.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So my next item is something that's... Dana said it sounded like a flushing toilet.
Kind of did, didn't it, Dana?
So this is really neat. This is a... what do they call this? Not an egg timer, like an hourglass timer, but it's on a Is this a grandfather clock?
Grandfather clock.
And it's really cool. Cast iron. You just flip it to get the sand to go down. Neat little piece. And it measures, let's see, about 6 3/4 inches tall. Great for display if you collect clocks or if you would like something kind of cool and industrial to go in your kitchen. And if you're interested in this clock, it is only $8 and it's number 4. $8, number 4 for the grandfather clock. Oh, don't you fall off of here now. $8, number 4 for the grandfather clock timer. I should have probably just said egg timer.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Right? Oh, yeah, it does say 4 o'clock, doesn't it?
Also, your number was number 4.
Oh, the irony of that. It's like the irony of me of having my giveaway number being 69. That was so bad.
Well, that's just how that happens sometimes.
But literally, it was the first number that comes. I do 1 through 100, and what's the number that comes up? That one of all numbers. My random number generator to pick 69.
Well, it's
just happened to happen to me.
It's very fitting with your brand, Vinny.
Unfortunately. Alrighty.
And now my cuckoo clock.
The chat got that one. Thank you. Is this marked?
Dana, Vinny is boarding at the vet because tomorrow I leave on a little trip. So you'll see that over on Instagram, but she is enjoying her time with her favorite people at the vet. She really does love going there, and they've got her all set up in a little spot with a cozy bed. So she's excited.
Hi, Jason and Rebecca. It takes talent.
Louie's not that talented. She'll probably eat toilet paper before she flushes a toilet.
All right, so I got a little bit of jewelry tonight. I'm not sure if anybody would be interested. This is a peacock pin. It says Korea. I don't know if it's going to show or not, but it does say Korea on the inside of the little clasp there. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's very thin metal, but it's not flimsy, but it's just like a little, like maybe a dime store pin or something. I don't know. If I had to guess the era, maybe 70s.
It's beautiful, Vinny, but does it have a rivet on the back? Let me see.
Rivet. Well, it's got the, like I could pop the pin out.
See how the pin back is riveted to that? I would think that makes it just slightly older. Maybe
like how you think
60s or 70s. Maybe?
60s or 70s, okay.
But since it's marked Korea, that does maybe change things a little bit.
Yeah. Well, what's cool about this piece is the green glows.
Ooh, green glows, look at that.
Focus, but
and the
little
pink
dots in there fluoresce orange, and then the feathers glow. That's not focusing at all, is it? Maybe it's the black light. I don't know. But it does glow. I promise you it does. So I don't know if you all wanted to do an offer up on this because I have it for a flat price. But if multiple people are interested and the lag is bad, we can do an offer on it. So we'll wait and see what people think.
That is such a good pen, Vinny. Peacocks are kind of hard to find in my neck of the woods, and I like that it's not so heavy because those heavy pens really do twist your shirt around. They're quite easy to wear when you have a lighter pen for your shirt.
They do, and it isn't heavy either. So, well, like we just said, it's light. And it's not a very big brooch either, and it would ship first class too because it's not very heavy. So I didn't see anybody letting me know, so I will just go ahead and do the flat price that I had on it. I got it for a good deal, so I can offer it to you all for a good deal. So it'll be $12, number 23. $12, number 23 for the little peacock tin. I was about to say peacock tin. It's not a peacock tin. It is a peacock pin.
It has a light as a feather. It has a light as a peacock feather.
Yeah, there we go. And I see Karen K for that one. Thank you, Karen. And Mary Ann from All in the Attic Treasures is here. Hello.
Welcome.
And I think those were my two. So I'll bring it back to you.
All right. My next item is a really special item. This one I just think is so cool. It is a 1950s cigarette case with a surprise. So it's got this beautiful leather on the outside and gold detailing in absolutely amazing condition. But when you open it up, there is a little surprise with a handwritten note. And don't we all love these little special notes? And here's what it says. I bought this case downtown when I picked up my pair of eyeglasses at Bell and Lude's Optical 1950. I bought this little leather cigarette case for you, my sweetheart, on November 18th of 1950. For you, our forever love of meeting. So this little card is inside. I think it's so sweet. I love the little note. I bought this leather cigarette case for you, my sweetheart, in 1950, and she shares where she got it and where she was. It is absolutely in fantastic condition. And this is a Rogers cigarette case, which is a really good brand of vintage cigarette cases. And what I love about these is you don't have to use them for cigarette cases. They actually work marvelously well for business cards. So I have one in my little backpack that I carry, and I just put my business cards in it. In fact, I've got some business cards here, and I will share with you exactly how this works. And I think they're fantastic. You could use this too as a wallet. So let me show you that. I just think that these old card cases are so sweet. I absolutely love them. And the note really is marvelous. So I've got my business cards here, and I'm going to put them in here so you can see if you wanted to use business cards. See, they just fit perfectly. You could use this as a little wallet as well if you wanted to for other cards, but it is fantastic. And the sweet little note, I mean, come on, folks, that just makes it. So I'm going to include it with the little note, and I'm so glad that the note will stay with it, and it locks up just like that. It's got a sliding front, and it is absolutely fabulous. So if you would like this Rogers cigarette case with the sweet little note from 1950, it can be yours for just $20 by giving me number 27. $20, number 27 for the Rogers cigarette case with note. And I love the leather on it. It's absolutely of the utmost quality. Just gorgeous. And I see several people for that. Bye, Nate.
See you, Nate.
Enjoy your coffee. And I see several people, so I'm going to let your mom give the call on that one. Or Salty Frog. Sheila Crewman. Congratulations, Sheila.
There you go, John Robert.
That's true. Absolutely. Absolutely use it for anything you want. It makes a great case for many things. So fabulous little cigarette case there. And the note's just so sweet and precious. And my next item goes along with that darling theme. We all love our vintage holiday, and this is not really a holiday piece, but it works as a holiday piece. So this I found, I believe, on the yard sale. It is a cute little adorable package of vintage cheer ups. Isn't this just so cute? I love the color. And of course, I was thinking it would be perfect for Easter with the little bunny on the front. He's so darling. This is from 1963. And what this is for a cheerful recovery to show off your get well cards. So quick and easy, hang them on the line. And it comes new in the package, never been used, with the fun Easter colored string. You've got the little flowers, which are just perfect for Easter. And then you've got the little holders, so you could put up little Easter cards, or you could display this all new in the package. And on the back, it's got some fabulous graphics for a cheerful recovery. Decorate your room with get well and good wishes cards. Just hang them on the line. So you've got at the foot of your bed, for mirrors, on walls, door frames, screens, and it shows you how easy it is to do this. This is made, they were very proud of this, entirely in the USA by the manufacturers of the Show Offs Company, which they must have made other types of card hangers. And what I find really interesting about this is it's copyrighted in 1963, but there still is a 2-digit zip code because this hadn't been converted yet. So 1963 is when we got the 5-digit zip code, and I think it's pretty cool that it's got the 2-digit and the 1963 at the same time. And of course, I love just the graphics on it. I mean, just a marvelous piece of vintage, new old stock packaging for you. And if you would like the little adorable bunny, he can be yours for just $15 by giving me number 32. $15, number 32 for the new old stock cheer ups. And I think this is so fun.
Would that fit in a flower frog if you wanted to just display it for Easter?
Absolutely. Yes, it would fit in the bottom of a flower frog very easily. And of course, there's a hole where they have this hanging in a store. So you could definitely hang that up. But I love the package.
I love the blue. That's perfect.
Yeah, the blue is fantastic. And when I looked, I just couldn't find anything quite like this online. So I kind of feel like this is a one-of-a-kind item for sure.
Poodle, they're still talking about that cigarette case. Look what she wrote. Well,
so
I mean,
true, Poodle.
Very
so
true.
Oh, boy.
Very good.
All right.
Was that 2?
That was my 2.
Okay. Alrighty. So this is really cool. This is an ashtray. I've actually got 3 ashtrays to offer tonight, but this one has like the pelican prongs to hold the cigarette in case. Let me see if this will work. Probably won't. Oh, it does. Holy cow. So it holds the cigarette like that. You can put the ashes here. Made of metal. This one is actually for I think it's the Naval Academy. No, I'm sorry, not the Naval Academy, the Coast Guard. The little black plaque in there says for the U.S. Coast Guard. Oh, you didn't want to stay put in the prong, did you? You know what? I'm going to get another one of these candy cigs to put in there. If I can find my pack of them. You're all mush. Your history. I can't believe the candy cigarettes actually fit in here. That is incredible.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
That's well, I guess they sort of fit in here. But you get the idea. They hold the cigarettes for the U.S. Coast Guard. Really cool. Hi, Nancy. And it says a Hamilton product, Reg US, made in US. I'm going to take the tag off so you guys can see the bottom. And there's a cork bottom, so it won't scratch your furniture. Kind of showing up blurry because of the reflection. But very cool. Oh, Patty says that her dad attended the Naval Aeronautics School and had this. No way. That's awesome.
That's very cool, Patty.
So if anybody would like this awesome ashtray, which you could use for incense, you don't have to necessarily use it for cigarettes nowadays. You could have this awesome piece for only $12, and it's number 7. $12, number 7 for the Naval Academy. What are we going to call this? A peacock prong?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a classy ashtray, and you can even put change in it by the doors you go in and out, maybe your rings you can hang on the little prongs. I mean, the options for ashtrays now I think are pretty endless. You don't have to use them as just ashtrays.
You could probably put pens or something in here, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, would pens fit?
Maybe like thinner pens. Okay. All right, next item I have is another piece of kitchenware. Hold on, let me take the tag off of here. So that way so nobody cheats. All right. So I think that this is supposed to be for sugar. This is a giant sugar bowl. It's got the spot for the spoon to go. It opens up like this. This is made of glass. On the inside of the lip, it says Bloomfield Industries, Chicago, USA. This is stainless steel. Yeah, paintbrushes would be a good idea. And on the bottom, it says Bloomfield Industries, made in the US. Again, probably going to be hard to see because the ring light is reflecting off of the clear glass. Nice heavy duty. It's not heavy, but it's good thick glass. And it measures about 4 inches tall. No cracks or chips. This would be great to use. You could put flour in here. You could put sugar in here. You could do so many things with this. Or if you like to display all of the old Hoosier-like style pieces, this would be an excellent piece to add to your vintage kitchen. And it's $14, and it's number 22. $14, number 22 for the Bloomfield Industries jar. You could put you could put jam in here. There's so many things you could do with this. Pet treats is a good idea too because of the lid.
Oh, great!
You guys are creative.
There's a slot for a spoon, so you could put jelly beans too in there.
Now we're gonna make people hungry. So I see KB for number 22. Thank you, KB, and it is on to Katie.
What great items there, Vinny. My next item is in honor of Vinny. I found this and I thought, this is going to be perfect for our sale together. So this is a 1942 Atlantic City, New Jersey pinup card postcard. It's so fun. Let me take it out of the sleeve here because I always know that causes such a glare. There we go. It's a beautiful linen postcard too. And it says, "Come and join me here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It's refreshing. Love the sand pail on the beach. And look at the little bubbles on that lady's bathing suit. She's just a fabulous lady. Oh, look at the sandals. Oh, just fabulous. And then on the back, it's postmarked 1942. We've got an old George Washington 1-cent stamp. And I think this is funny. It says, "Hello, Elmore. The water is fine, and so are we. Lisa and Richard." And it's going to Mr. Elliott, 126 North State Road. I think that says Upper Dandy, Pennsylvania. So fun little card. I love the linen postcards because I just think they're of better quality. They're really nice, and the image is just fabulous. So again, put this in a flower frog in your pinup collection. Frame this and put it on a wall. It's just a lot of fun. And I love these postcards that are postmarked because it really is sort of a neat snapshot into somebody's life. So this 1942 Atlantic City, New Jersey pinup card can be yours for just $12. $12, number 35. $12, number 35 for the pinup card with the amazing lady in the bathing suit.
And that was pretty racy for 1942.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at the amount of skin she's showing.
Yeah, that was pretty bad for that era. Now it's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah. This is so tame compared to how
very tame nowadays.
Now. Patty Rose, congratulations,
right,
Patty. That is yours. Wonderful. You are just going to love that. Okay, my next item sort of is also in honor of Vinny because Vinny and I both love Starbursts. I love them.
Oh, Patty, you don't have to do that.
Oh, Patty, Vinny's going to love that.
Thank you. You don't have to do that, Patty. Dana. Oh. I can't with Dana.
Dana. Oh, everybody keeping us laughing.
Well, thank you very much, Patty. I appreciate it.
That is very sweet, Patty.
She's gonna go good with all my other ladies.
They'll all have
you know what?
Together.
I think I just revealed a secret my mom didn't know. Sorry, Mom. I have a collection of ladies. They're in a binder. Oops. She knows about it. It's okay.
And Vinny, you're an adult. You can have the ladies in the binder. This is a fabulous little piece here with the vintage starburst. And I love anything with the starbursts on them. This is in honor of Vinny. And this is a fun box. But what's really cool about the box is you're getting the box, but you're also getting what's inside the box. And this is a pair of pop-up opera glasses. Look how fun that is.
Ooh.
These are Dove brand opera glasses, and they do work. So even with my glasses off, I can still see everything inside. And I'm sure you would have bought these for a couple of dollars when you went to the opera or a play, anywhere you would need to see far away, like from the balcony. And you can adjust the focus here. You just press this button, and of course, they pop right up. And you've got the lenses to look through. It's got a faux leather case. So these are actually something very useful. I have several pairs of these, and anytime I go to a concert or someplace that I know I'm going to be sitting in the nosebleeds, I always have my little opera glasses, and they're great because you can see things. So it's kind of a practical item, but it's also a fun little display because you've got the starburst and that red and gold look really great together. And of course, it's new in the box. I don't think the person ever used it because it's in fabulous condition. So you've got the box, the little opera glasses, just a whole lot of mid-century fun. And it can be yours for just $12 by giving me number 38. $12, number 38 for the pop-up opera glasses new in the box. I love things like this. I'm a sucker for small boxes and packaging. They look so great together. And I see, well, let's see. I'll wait for your mom. Let's see who got that. I think Sheila Fruman did. Congratulations, Sheila. You are going to love
Sheila.
that. Fantastic.
It's hard to pick.
I think that's my two, Vinny. So it's back to you.
Okay.
Oop, I just dropped something.
Alrighty. So I'm going to
Not
take
a
off
vintage item,
Sheila's.
just my battery.
Oh, it's okay, Heidi. All right. So one thing that after, going through some stuff, I started to realize that I think amber glass can fit into industrial. Don't you think, Katie?
Oh, absolutely, because it brings in those brown tones that you typically see in the vintage industrial look.
Exactly. So I wasn't sure. I think I'm going to sell these individually because I'm not sure if somebody just wants one or they want both. But I have two. These are Anchor Hawking Sereno ashtrays. Kind of have like a birch, barky type texture on the bottom. They're very cool. Very nice, heavy-duty glass. And like I said, I didn't used to have an appreciation for amber glass. I don't know. I guess maybe just because I was more of like the 50s, like the pastel and the blues and the greens and the bright colors. And then I feel like once we got to like the mod era of the 60s is when that kind of changed and into the 70s and 80s. But I will definitely say that I have a new appreciation for amber glass because I know that industrial people like it, boho people like it. So I'm starting to have more of an appreciation for it, and anytime I see it for a reasonable price, I will pick it up. So like I said, folks, I have two of them. They are Lido Sereno. No, not Lido Sereno. I think it's just Sereno by Anchor Hawking. Lido Milano is another glass color. Why did I call it Lido? I don't know. But I got two of them. Again, picked them up for a really good price, so I can offer them at a really good price. It's $12 for each of them, and it's number 14. $12, number 14 each for the Lido. I'm going to say Lido Sereno because it's right there. I'm going to scratch it off because I'm going to keep saying it. It's just Sereno.
Amber glass really is versatile, Karen. It's like clear glass and milk glass. It goes perfectly for fall or any other time of the year.
But yeah, it's really good. If you have Danish modern wood, think of how awesome these would be on it. Like on a coffee table, and you've got two of them in between, like maybe a book or something. And you got them sitting side by side on the table. So again, $12 each on those. Number 14, if anybody is interested in them. So I'm not seeing any interest, which is okay. So I'm sure anybody who has a Hoosier cabinet or the, hey, Pam Avery.
Hi, Pam.
So I have a receipt. What is this called? A receipt
spike.
Receipt spike. And it's got a really nice, intricate pattern on it.
Look at that pattern on the bottom.
I don't know. Were they supposed to be bent, or do you think this is just...
I think that happens from lots of use in wherever they are located in the stores, because mine I've always found are bent, but it doesn't affect the display or the use of them. A lot of people put those Christmas tree toppers on them and create like a Christmas tree forest.
Right. What did my mom say? Oh, maybe they were talking about the ashtrays. Yeah, or as we like to call it, a weapon. It very much could be used as a weapon nowadays.
Yep.
But yeah, it is a little jagged, but it doesn't affect the functionality. It's definitely a... I'm not going to go. I was going to go there with a innuendo, but I'm not going to do it.
Dana.
A lean... Okay, maybe I'll just say it. A leaner wiener. Because it rhymes. Anywho, still a great piece of industrial with that really awesome, intricate design. If you really wanted to, I see there are holes in here. You could screw it to the desk so it doesn't not get knocked over.
And that's probably what the holes were for.
Probably. So this will be $12. Number 21. $12, number 21 for the for the receipt spike. Yeah, I went down that hole.
You can display them by putting a postcard with a little magnet on the back and then magnetizing it to those receipt spikes. That's a great idea.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right, so Laura Zines, that is yours. Thank you. And I think those were my two, so back to you.
Oh, you guys are so fun in the chat. I love it. Well, my next item is a lot of fun, and I've kind of curated this lot. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I visited St. Louis. I've got family there, and I saw Jeffrey and Barb and Aaron, and I saw Angela, and we just had, and Jamie and Blake. We had a lot of fun in St. Louis. And one of the things I did while I was there is I got to visit the Telephone Museum, which, if you've never been to the Telephone Museum out at Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty small museum, but they pack so much into it. And the guy that runs it, in fact, all the people that work there are former employees who really know what they're talking about. They have an amazing collection of vintage phones. They're always getting stuff in, and they have a great gift store of all vintage items that they sell in their gift store. And I had the best time. It was just so fabulous getting to go through and see all the phones. My mom had a Princess phone growing up, so I sort of have a special connection to Princess phones. And I've always loved these little keychains. So when I was there, I thought, you know what? Why not bring some of you guys a little piece of the Telephone Museum and bring you a curated lot of an instant collection of Princess phones. So this lot is going to start at $25, Vinny. And what you are going to get is every color that they ever made in the Princess phone keychains. And on the back, these are the Princess phone keychains because they say the Princess phone. But I love it. Their little slogan was, it's little, it's lovely, and it lights. It's little, it's lovely, and it lights. So in this lot, you are going to get, am I frozen? Oh my gosh, my internet's been so terrible these last couple of days. So you guys are going to get a lot of these keychains, and you're going to get one in every color. So you have an instant collection. So you're going to get the green one. You are going to get the brown keychain. You are going to get the really hard to find pink Princess phone. And you're going to get blue Princess phone, the turquoise, You're going to get the mint green press phone. You're going to get the yellow princess phone. And you're going to get the white princess. The princess phone actually in 1959, and it had an external ringer on the back. And it wasn't until September 1969 the ringer moved actually into the base. So you're going to get all of these guys directly from the St. Louis Museum with fabulous phones, the Bell Telephone Museum in St. Louis, Missouri. And you are going to get every one of these colors that they made in the little princess phones. You're going to get all of them for $25. Vinny is clear, but Katie, your image is freezing. I don't know what to do.
All right, so you have a bid, Katie.
Okay, wonderful. Betty Gilmore. So yeah, this is just $3.57 per phone. And that's a great bargain. If you do it on eBay, they go for more phone. And I was so thrilled that I could support the Telephone Museum, bring you guys a really fabulous curated lot of vintage here. And all the little covers of the phones. I mean, look at this. You're getting the yellow, the pastel pink, the mint green, the turquoise. You're getting all of them, every color that they ever made in the little princess phones, even green. I love the slogan on the bottom. It's little, it's lovely, and it's light. So fun. And these are in just fabulous condition. So you're getting all of these great colors here. And I love the yellow. I think the yellow is my favorite because my mom had a yellow princess phone growing up in her bedroom. So I always heard about her yellow princess phone and how exciting that was for her to get, how excited she was to get a yellow princess phone in her room. And of course, I think she had, Mom told me she had a boy that kept calling her house. I think that she didn't really want to go out with the boy, but he kept calling, and he kept the phone line on so they couldn't make any calls. And I think eventually my grandfather had to get on the phone and tell this boy that he better skedaddle off the phone because they had to use the phone line. Mom will probably be able to tell that story a little better than I can, but I thought that was hilarious. And that was all on her little yellow princess phone in her bedroom. So aren't these so fun? I can just imagine these kind of in a little stair step display. I still have all of these that I picked up for myself in my printer's tray in my bedroom. So they're size for a printer's tray, for a junk jar, for a little craft. I also have one on my key ring that goes with me everywhere all the time. I just love these. They're so absolutely adorable. And the colors are so much fun. So you're getting all the colors, which is just amazing. I dug through the little bin in the gift shop, carefully picking out the very best phones for all of you guys. So I'm glad I can bring this lot to you. And we will start the countdown here. I see Pam Avery at 35. Thanks, Penny, for tracking that. And he would not hang up and pigged our phone line. That's so funny, Mom. Okay, so we're going to count down here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Look at these little guys. They're so fun. And pink is definitely the color to find, and you guys are getting the pink and this little lot. They just make me so happy, these little tiny phones. I love that. They don't make them in normal size, Heidi, that I know anymore, but you can buy vintage ones. And Betty Gilmore, that sold to you for $37. Congratulations. What a fun lot. You're gonna have a great little instant collection. So that's just fantastic.
One or two, I forget.
That was my one.
I was gonna say, because I know you're a little choppy. Do you want to maybe go out and come back in? Maybe see if that'll help.
Yeah, my internet has just been funky. I'll go out and come back.
Yeah, maybe. Do you have your phone? Maybe you could stream through your phone. Oh, did she remove herself from the stream? Hold on. All right. So I'm going to add her back. Hopefully that works.
Okay,
Is
is
that
that
better? I'm going to remove your other one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Wi-Fi and cell towers are overloaded for the big football game here today, so I don't know, that might be part of my problem. Is that any better, Vinny?
it's a little better. You just froze again, though.
Okay, I was dealing with this yesterday when I was talking to some. I'm so sorry, folks. I don't know what it is, but I couldn't tell how many phones were in that lot. Betty, you got 7 telephones. You got every color that they made. So you got the white, the yellow, the mint green, the tan, you got the green, you got the turquoise, and you got the pink. So that you got 7 total of all these fun phones, which is a great bargain. So
Right,
go
Poodle?
away
Go away,
football.
football.
But you know what? It's a really big game for our city, and the Jags never win, so it's really good for all of our businesses and things here. So I'm rooting for them, even though I really don't watch football or understand football.
Right.
I do hope it goes well for our city. So go Jags. Okay. Now my next item is going to be an offer up Vinny starting at $15. And what I have for you guys is something pretty special. And I don't see these often. I've always wanted to find one, and I was so glad to find one with Pam. I found this particular one at What's Second, which is one of my antiques to visit Pam. Leave in Birmingham, Pam. She'll have to correct me in the comments. And what it is, are you ready, folks? Drum roll. This is pretty amazing. A 1920s Halloween invitation. Oh my God, folks, with the envelope never used. It's just spectacular, and it's got some great graphics. Join the Wise Owls on Halloween at blank PM. Don't forget, forewarn me. Oh my gosh, is this not just amazing? And it has the owl graphics. You've got the fire and the cauldron and the smiling pumpkin and the other owl on the other side. So this is just quite a little item here. And it is starting at $15. I mean, from 1920. That is just amazing. It measures 4 inches by 2 inches. So it's a really fantastic size for a flower frog display. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it's got the original paper envelope. Just look how little the envelope is. And the envelope does open. Look how old the gum on the envelope is. And then you got the Halloween card, which is just amazing. And I wasn't sure that I was going to sell this, but I am so glad I can pass this on to you guys. This is such a great item. And I was really thrilled at it at such a good price, and I can offer it to you at such a good price. We're just starting $15 for the 1920s Halloween invitation. I feel like you're going to see a lot of these because paper just, they don't, over the years. And see, for $15. Oh gosh, I'm freezing. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm just going to hold this here for a moment so you guys get to see it if I'm freezing off and on. Vinny, can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Can you see me, though?
Yep, it's getting better.
Okay, good. I'm so sorry, folks, but yes, $15 for the 1920s Halloween invitation, and we're going to start the countdown. Oh, people are having trouble understanding me. Goodness, just I'm so sorry. I'm going to start the countdown here, going from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. I'm getting a little better. Okay, that's a good thing. We want a little better. And
okay, hold on. I'm going to refresh my page here.
Yeah.
Okay, so It looks like Sandy gets that for 15.
Okay, Sandy, congratulations. That is the deal of the day. Congratulations. And Vinny, that was my two, so I'll send it back to you.
Okay. Okay, so I do have a paperweight, and it's very specific, but I thought somebody might like it anyway because it's for a kitchen place that was in Hartville, Ohio. I'm sure it's still there. Let me take the tag off so I can show it to you all real quick. It'd be great on a puck light, and I actually have one, so I can kind of show it to you all if you wanted to display it. So here's what it looks like. It's heavy, so I apologize. Hartville Kitchen in Hartville, Ohio. It's got like blue and white and clear. Bring out my little trusty puck light here so we can see what it looks like when you light it up. Hopefully I can hold it without dropping it on my computer. All right, I'm going to turn my light out. Oh, did that really do much? No. This might be dying, that's why. But that's really cool regardless.
Great graphics.
Of course. Since it's advertising glass and it could also fit into industrial, I thought it would be a great piece to add to this sale tonight. I'm going to have to probably get a new one of those lights because I think something's up with the batteries in it. Anywho, no cracks or chips. Nice weight to it. So if you collect advertising or if you are near Ohio and you know where this is and you want a piece of your little area, it can be yours for $18. And it's number 10. $18, number 10 for the Hartville Kitchen in Hartville, Ohio paperweight. So I'll wait because I know there is a bit of a lag. I do apologize, guys. Yeah, exactly. That's what I say too, Dana. It's always great when it works.
Right? When it doesn't work, it's maddening.
Oh, it's obnoxious. Trust me. And then my second piece is a brooch here. And this is what, filigree, I think? This is not focused.
Yeah, filigree. Look at all that.
Hey, Maria. Long time no see. Yeah, I would call it an advertisement piece. Also a piece of industrial also because it's advertising a company. But yeah, this has a, it's got a clasp where you put the needle in and then close it to secure it. Be great on a brooch or a jacket. This is a brooch. Jean jacket, or maybe on a hat. I don't have a hat on, but you get the idea. Look great there on your suit jacket, whatever you want to do with it. It isn't marked, but it's still a really nice piece. Hi, Virginia McDevitt. Welcome. I don't think it's marked anywhere. Nope. Still a great piece of jewelry. It would definitely be what I would consider a statement piece.
Really lovely for summer and spring coming up.
Absolutely. Let me measure it for you guys. So it is about 2.5 inches, probably tall and wide.
Put it in your hair.
Yeah, pretty in my hair. Go back to the 40s where women put flowers in their hair. I don't think it works well with spikes, though. If you're interested in this really nice piece of jewelry, it can be yours for $15, and it's number 8. $15, number 8 for the filigree floral brooch. It's definitely silver, but it's not real silver, but it's got that silver look to it.
Oh, that's showing up really well now. Look at that, folks. Oh, how beautiful. I love that kind of starburst middle that it has. It's just fantastic.
So $15, number 8, if anybody's interested in that. Okay. So those were my two, so it's back to you.
Hopefully, folks, I'm getting better. I just checked my phone. I'm only down to 1 bar. So that goes along with all the people crowded in the city watching the game today. So I don't have any cell service. Otherwise, I would switch to my phone. So we're going off the internet, doing the best that we can. Technology isn't always perfect, as many of you guys pointed out in the chat. So we are just doing our best. If I'm showing something and you cannot see what it is, just type that down in the description and I will type in what it is so that you guys can kind of hopefully hear bits of what I'm saying. I'm so sorry. Man, I live across from a mall too, and the mall just gets inundated with people, and it is so hard to hear. But thank you, Virginia, to subbing to me. Welcome. My next item is really fantastic, and this is something I picked up in the estate sale here a couple of weeks ago, and I just fell in love with it because, again, I love anything in a case. And this is a vintage 1948 Singer sewing machine buttonholer. So it actually does work if you do sewing. This is for you. It's also in a really cool green case, so it makes for a wonderful display. And if you collect old vintage sewing items or just industrial things, this is for you. So let me show you what's inside. You're going to get the Singer sewing machine buttonholer, and it does work. As you can see here, that works just well. And then when you open the back here, this pops open and you change out the little size for your buttonholes. So this is one of the buttonholer sizes. And the kit, the buttonholer kit, just snaps right back into place. The buttonholer kit comes with all of your other templates. So you get a whole box of what I don't think has ever been used, Singer sewing buttonholer templates for the buttonholer. Look at all of them in that neat little box. Isn't that fun? And then, of course, you get others because the way that they fit right down to the corners of this case. And then you get the foot for the buttonholer. So you get everything in here. I checked the manual. And everything is in here that is supposed to come in here, and it does work. So you're going to get all of that. And this will adjust on the side. This will adjust your depth of the buttonhole, I do believe. So it does work. And it just cranks like this up at the top. And it retreats back in. And then you're going to get, with all of that, this incredible booklet with the amazing graphics. So there's your buttonholer. I won't show you the whole inside pamphlet, but it shows amazing buttonholes and other buttonholing things that you would need to do with buttonholes. So you've got this whole book. It is copyrighted 1948. And there is the instructions and operations of care of your Singer buttonholer. So you're going to get this whole kit with the case. It snaps shut really easily. Great for storage, great for display. And this can be yours for $18 by giving me number 52. $18, number 52 for the buttonholer. No, it is not electric. It works by simple manpower. Good old 1948 basic buttonholing. So very, very cool. And here it is, so that you can see that there's no cord. It is just all manpower. And yeah, it might fit into a machine. So you might put that into your sewing machine. You have a Singer sewing machine. I can tell you that I am not. Okay, so it's designed to work with Series 400 machines. So I don't do a lot with sewing. But I just figured that this was a cool little handy display case, and it's got some cool graphics, so you could put this into your little toys, or actually use it if you're much craftier than I am, and I am not crafty. Yes, I'm tech illiterate when it comes to sewing, so very cool for a display. And okay, it attaches to a sewing machine. So it is just $18, number 52, if you would like the button holder. So that's that item. Let me set that down here. And our next item is fun. This was something that I had for years hanging above my bed, and then I decided that I would pass this on to you guys because I decided to hang all my Coca-Cola ads above my bed. And so I am offering this fabulous piece for Western Electric phones. It's a great advertisement. I had this framed above my bed for probably over 5 years, and it is a great ad. This fits in a really good size frame, so it's going to make a statement on your wall. It measures about 13 inches by 10 and a half, so 13 by 10 and a half, and it's for this fabulous Western Electric telephone ad with the red telephone. The first colored plastic phones were introduced in 1954, so this ad probably dates to the 50s or 60s. I love the guy's hand with the telephone. I mean, that just looks so cool. And it says there's more here than meets the ear. Western Electric. It goes on to talk about telephones. It says you may never have thought about it quite this way, but your Bell telephone made by Western Electric connects you to the largest machine in the world. This machine includes the Bell telephone network, a 3,000-mile wide complex, millions of phones, wires, cables, switchboards, and electric wires that make work together. So you get this ad, and then of course there's more on the back because most ads like this are double-sided. This came out of a magazine of some kind. It is in really good condition for its age. There's just a little tear down at the bottom, but overall this ad is in fantastic shape, and it would just be beautiful framed. When you have it framed, you can't even see the little rip down there in the bottom. It doesn't even show, but it is a great advertisement. And the back is for Western Electric water heating. So you get kind of this double feature ad, and you can display any side you want, but if I were you, I would display the side with the fabulous red telephone. So you're going to get that in this nice little package here. And if you like this ad, it's just going to be number 49. $10 number 49 for the fabulous ad, the Western Electric telephone ad. And let's see. Thank you, Vinny, for typing that in. Yes, I am having technical difficulties. Karen Williams, that is yours. Congratulations, Karen. That is yours, and that is my item, Vinny.
All righty. All righty. So I have 2 tins tonight that I think are really cool. I've had this one a couple of times in sales and nobody bought it, but I'm really surprised nobody did. But this is a really cool old moth jink tin from the 30s. I love the pink, yellow, and black together. How cool would this be for springtime? You could also put it out at Halloween because of that industrial look. This side displays better than this side. As you can see, there's some smudging from the stamp of the price. And it's marked Made in US, manufactured by Click Chemical Corp in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm going to take this hanger out so that way it doesn't keep rattling and drive everybody wild. But that is just super cool. I know the colors are amazing on this thing. And if anybody is interested in this really awesome piece of industrial, it is $12, number 15. $12, number 15 for the moth tin from the 30s or the 40s. I know there are people out there who collect these, and they're just really, really neat.
That's unusual because I've never seen that one, Benny.
I had neither, so that's why I went ahead and grabbed it. I mean, it's got like an old scent, but no mothballs. All right, so I see Betty Gallimore for that one. Thank you, Betty. Okay, put that there. Now, this is a really neat tin. I've never seen this before. This is a liquid embroidery caddy kit. Look at the graphics on this.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen a tin like this before. And it has the original like paper top, so I guess you could maybe test some of the product out. And it's got the string so you could hang it. But I personally would lay it flat so you could see all the graphics, like maybe as a riser and put some other stuff on top of here.
Yes.
So it was Trichem Liquid Embroidery by the original ball. No, that's not the company name. The Trichemical Ink, which was manufactured in West Orange, New Jersey. You just can't beat these graphics on this tin. They're just incredible. If you're an artist or if you just like these kinds of tins, this would be a great one for you. If anybody's interested in this piece, it is $15 and it's number 1. $15, number 1 for the caddy kit, fun for all the family, liquid embroidery. Again, $15, number 1 for that if anybody is interested. So I will hold it up just in case there is a bit of a lag, because I know that there is. And let me just refresh this because I do see offers coming in. All right, so I see Lori and Robert for that one. Thank you. And I believe those were my 2. So back to Katie. Oh, is she frozen?
This next item is going to start at $3.
All right, let me type 30 into chat.
I'm sorry, folks, and I'm freezing. I just hate that. Okay. This item, though, is fantastic, and I was very thrilled to pick this up. This is a DeVille and Bliss Company perfume bottle from the 1940s with this green glass. It does not glow, but it is in absolutely fantastic condition. Look at the little lines up at the top here. The atomizer is marked the DeVille and Bliss Company, and they made a bunch of atomizers for vintage perfume bottles. They also made spray guns for bug sprayers. So apparently they were a very versatile company that did lots of things, and I just absolutely love this. So this is starting at just $30. And I did pay up for this item a little bit just because it was so special, and I knew you guys would really like it. It's a great vanity item. It measures 3 inches tall, and you could easily unscrew this because it is perfectly perfect on the inside, and you can put your perfume in it. So it doesn't have any perfume in it right now, but if you wanted to fill it with your favorite perfume, you can. The atomizer works. If you can hear that, I'll give you a little ASMR. And it's just fantastic. So you put your perfume in here and do a little spritz, and you're ready to go out the door smelling fabulous. Or you could just put this in a vintage vanity display, which is amazing. So I really love the green color. I don't see a lot of these green perfume bottles with this vintage brass top. I think it's just absolutely fantastic. And it's a gorgeous piece in perfect condition for its age. I do believe that this is from the 40s. There's the bottom. The inside has a little bit of wear to it from other perfume, but it just needs a good scrub and it will be ready to go. Of course, I wanted to keep its character, so if you guys like all that industrial stuff like I do, you will have this. Oh, good, I'm coming in great now. Fantastic. The reception is working. Yay. I shouldn't say anything because I'll jinx it, of course, but I'm glad the game is over. Okay. Good. So this little fun perfume bottle is starting at $30 from the DeVille and Bliss Company. Just a great piece here. And I think that they probably just made the atomizers, but there's the mark on it. So if I don't see anybody for that, that is okay. We'll move on to the next item. Might have to keep that. It's fantastic. Oh, the Jags lost 27-20. Oh, what a shame. All right, I'm sorry. That's disappointing for our city. But our next item today is fantastic, and this item here is just wonderful. And what it is a vintage record shopping bag. Oh my gosh, check this out. This is for Singer sewing machines. It's an advertisement piece, but then you have advertisements for all of the different record labels at the time. Now, I believe this is from the 1960s, just given the Atlantic label with the swirl. That was a very 1960s swirl. So you have an advertisement there for Verve. They did a lot of jazz records. You've got Imperial. I believe Fats Domino was on Imperial. You have the Atlantic label, the Columbia Eye, the good old Columbia Eye, Capitol Records, Command, RCA, Dot Records, Project, Elektra, Decca, Epic, MCM. You got all the record companies there. Liberty on the front with the cool pinstriping down the bag. And then on the back side, you have the new record sounds with that record on it and the pinstriping. Check that out, folks. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I was so lucky to find these. Now, I did do a little Google search on these because I was wondering how many of these actually existed. And not many of them do exist. And when you find these, apparently they're selling anywhere from $50 to $100. I know, crazy for a bag, right? But people love vintage advertising, and records have a great following. And of course, this is what the records would have come in if you went shopping at a record store. And I'm sure a lot of these just did not survive. So I am offering this today at a killer deal. And I just love the graphics. This is something that I actually was able to get another one of, and I plan on hanging it above my records. So this would make a great framed piece on the wall. And because it has the shopping handle, you could just stick a nail and hang it up by this, and it would just look wonderful on the wall. So this is just such a great display piece. For all of you guys wondering about size, I should have measured it here. Let's see, 14 inches by about 14 inches. So 14 by 14, and you're getting this at a steal of a deal for just $12. $12, number 42. $12 at number 42 for the new record sounds at Singer Sewing Machine record bag, and it's got all of your record labels on the front, which is just fantastic. So I think this is such a cool piece. And the advertising for all the record labels, I've never seen something with all the record labels on it like that. I just fell in love with it. Yeah, it would look great in a frame. And Patty Rose, congratulations. You get that beautiful piece. Patty, you are new to me, so if you wouldn't mind just sending me your information. My email is scrolling down below, but I'm so thrilled to have you as part of the Vintage and Vinyl family. Okay, Patty Rose, congratulations.
I'm putting the email in the chat. Hold on.
Thank you, thank you. Vinny's always so awesome with that.
Was that 2?
That was 2. Back to you.
You're coming in much better now.
Okay, thank goodness. My gosh.
I mean, you love that the city's getting some action, but when it's affecting you, really?
When it's affecting my sale, I can't say that I'm too excited about that.
Right. All right. So I have another pin. I've got some fun, funky jewelry for you all tonight. This is a hat pin.
Ooh.
Looks like a cowgirl's or a cowboy hat with the big old feather. Or it could have been Liberace's hat. Who knows? So you could put that right here. Would a hat pin be good on a hat? Or do you think that that's kind of weird?
No, I totally put it right on the front of my hat and wear it. Absolutely.
Right, so this piece, it's not marked anywhere, but I still think it's kind of cool costume jewelry. I mean, think about this. If you live in the South, you could wear this to the Grand Ole Opry or to any of those other big old country music award ceremonies and such that they have. Yeah, Puss in Boots hat. Well, it doesn't really look good on me because my head is so big and this thing is tiny. But I thought it was cool. It would look good on a vintage jacket or even a suit jacket. If anybody is interested in this, $12 number 19 for the hat pin. $12 number 19 for the vintage hat pin. I do like the idea of a Puss in Boots hat because that's definitely, Antonio Banderas. Yes.
Does that have a little snake on it, Vinny, or what's on the hat?
It's a feather.
It's a big feather. I love that. The big feather plume.
Yeah, feather plume. That's what I was going for, even though I didn't know that's what it was called. So I do see Gail Sprangers for that one. Thank you, Gail. Okay. So these I was talking to Katie about before we went live. So she did, was it a deep dive that you did on those gift cards?
Yes, remember. I did a deep dive on those.
So when I was out the other day, I know she's shared the hats. I've never seen high heels.
No, never.
So these were really interesting to me. I saw them in the shop that I was in. And I was like, okay, those look very familiar. Why do they remind me of something? So then I remembered, oh yeah, Katie did a deep dive on these. But she said she hadn't seen shoe ones before. So Katie, do you want to explain what these are?
Sure. So I have a whole collection of little hat boxes, and they're miniature hats inside small boxes. And most people see them and think that they're salesman samples, but they're in fact actually gift cards so that people could go buy what they wanted from the store. And Stetson and Dobbs made the hat boxes. You see other brands as well. And these are actually for ladies' shoes. And I think this is just fantastic. So they're little red shoes. Vinny, they come in a box, don't they?
Well, they came in this box when I found them. So that's how I'm going to sell them.
I think that's exactly what you would have gotten them in. Yeah, just a little box like that. And they were a little gift card, so your lady could buy shoes.
So I thought those were neat. Like I said, I've seen the hat ones before. I've not seen the shoes. So they're neat. I mean, they're worn for what they are, but they're in good condition.
I mean, these weren't meant to survive. They were just meant to be traded in at the store for a pair of shoes. So it's pretty cool these are still around.
Yeah, isn't it? So I decided that since these are really interesting and different, something that I don't think a lot of us have seen, I would offer them at a really good price of $18, and it's number 17. $18, number 17 for the high heel plastic shoe gift cards. I'm not sure what size they are. I mean, they don't really say a size. They're just kind of like a standard piece.
They'd be a little like mini sample size, probably.
Yeah, there we go.
And I display them with the box upside down, one shoe on top, one on the bottom to add a little height, and put it in my dressing room because I just think that's fantastic.
Just like that.
I've never seen the shoes, and I think that's such a unique item.
Very much so. Okay, so I don't see any takers on those, which is totally okay. So we'll bring it back to Katie because those were two.
I'm so glad that I'm back up and running now, folks. So hopefully you can hear me. Thank you all for being so patient while we've had the technical difficulties, and great items there, Vinny. I really enjoy seeing all those industrial things you found. My next item is a really cool piece of ephemera from 1912. It is an embossed Thanksgiving postcard, and it says, "Thanksgiving greetings with the gobbler." I call him a gobbler, but he's a little turkey. He's got some fantastic coloring on him. This postcard is in incredible condition for its age, almost as if it had never been taken out of a scrapbook. It almost looks like he's got a watercolor painting behind him. He just really stands out. I love the wood grain, and then it's all gold at the top, and then you can tell it's embossed because the back has that gorgeous embossing. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at the way Postcard is done. Let me turn this right side up so you can see that. 1912 from Scotland, Pennsylvania. There's your 1 cent stamp. And this went to Miss Alice Balroy in Kinks Mills, Pennsylvania. And I don't think that the person wrote anything. They just signed their name, Bill and Lance and Leo. So there is space still for writing. I don't remember the exact date, but there is a date when they started putting the line down the center of the postcard. Earlier postcards don't have this line here. And this is still pretty early, 1912. Amazing, amazing condition. Great for your Thanksgiving display. Go ahead and start collecting all your Thanksgiving things early. But you can keep it out all year round because why not be thankful all year? So this is going to be just $12, number 55. $12, number 55 for the 1912 Thanksgiving greetings postcard with the amazing running turkey. I love the graphics.
That is awesome.
Yeah, really
That
fantastic.
turkey is amazing. Well, you got some takers on that one.
And let's see.
I'm going to refresh and make sure that
Adeline Saki, I believe, is the person
Yep.
who got that. Google says the split was added in 1907. Thanks, Patty Rose. Adeline Saki, number
Okay, turn down all
55.
my
And you are new to me as well. So if you have not sent your information, that would be really helpful so I can get invoice out to you. And I'm so glad that you bought this postcard. Thanks for being part of the Vintage and Vinyl family. Now, my next item is this really cool lot that I got from the Telephone Museum in St. Louis. And I love insulators. I'm a big fan of insulators. The first time that I learned about insulators, I had visited the Telephone Museum years ago. And then, of course, when I went back to St. Louis, I knew I wanted to go back and even delve further into the museum because it's so interesting. And they had these for sale in the museum gift shop. And, you know, I just love supporting what they do there because they really are such an incredible museum. It's not a huge museum run by a lot of people, it's just a very small group of people that care about what they do and care about the museum and educating the public. And I'm all for that. So I wanted to support the museum and I bought something really cool. And I had never seen this before. Did you guys know that Pyrex, same people that made the Pyrex cookingware, not only made typewriter tins, but they made insulators. So this is a Pyrex clear insulator. And what these were is they would have been on the top of phone poles that you see as you're driving along, telephone poles, and then they would wrap the wires around them and it would keep the rain off of them. Now, eventually these would come off. I don't think they use them now. They use, I think, plastic ones, but they're going back to the glass because they realize that it just insulates so much better than the cheap plastic. So you'll find these along the road, sometimes by telephone poles from the yesteryear. They just get knocked off, and people, of course, collect these, and certain insulators are quite collectible. So in this little lot that I've put together from the Telephone Museum, you're going to get two. And I just thought this one was so unusual because it is marked Pyrex and it's made in the USA, patent applied for, and it says JM. So I actually have an insulator book and you can look these up and kind of date these. I couldn't find this exact one, but I did find this one, and this is an earlier one. It is amber glass. You don't often find the amber glass. Made in USA, number 98. And it is low X. So I do believe that this is probably from the 40s, just from what I found in my book. So you're going to get both of these here in this little insulator lot. They're so fun. They're great in displays, and they're in really great condition. This one does have just a tiny little wear on the end here, but it's not cracked. It's just a little bit of wear, and this one is in absolutely fantastic condition. So you're going to get both of these insulators for just $16, number 57.
Wow.
$16, number 57 for both insulators. And I think that's a great deal. Yeah, they look like chess pieces. They'd be great on a windowsill. They've got some wonderful potential to them.
Those are incredible. I've never seen a Pyrex insulator before. That's really cool.
I know. Isn't that one fantastic? Sandra Smith, congratulations. I knew you would like that. That's very you. All right, and back to you, Vinny.
Is that 2 already? My goodness.
That is 2 already. We just flew
Time
by.
flew. All right, so this is a really cool item, and if you purchase multiple things from me, I think this would make a great little packing piece to go along with it. So I have a 1970s vinyl cooler bag. Looks like this. I just thought this was super neat. I would love to get one of the old metal coolers from the 50s, because that's pretty much the only era of metal cooler I could probably afford. But I gotta say, for this being probably close to 50, geez Louise, 50 years old, it's in really good condition. Let me show you guys the inside. There's no, let me make sure that's not a tear in the vinyl. Nope. No tears. There's just some minor markings on it because, you know, it's almost 50 years old. But look at how clean, look, just poked myself in the neck. Look how clean the inside of this is. I mean, this is incredible. And it's a really decent size. And if you're not using it, you can always push it down. Yeah, isn't this cool? But let me just show you some of the places where there's a little bit of wear. Like right on the top, there's also a small little mark right here where my finger is. Is that showing? Yep, right there. That's not a tear in the vinyl. That's just a mark. I'm not going to attempt to take any of it out. But yes, you could use it for the beach. You could put it out on display if you wanted to. I mean, it is a really good bag. And I'm going to measure it for you guys so you know exactly what it is that you're getting without poking myself in the neck again. Okay. So we've got about 15 3/4 inches wide. Or no. Yeah. About 7 3/4 inches across. And then it is 12 inches tall. It really doesn't look like it was used at all. It's amazing, the shape that it's in. So enough. Oh, there's another mark right here. Looks like the paint's come off of the, let's see if it'll show. Right there. But other than that, this thing is pristine. Okay. So if you're interested in the vinyl cooler bag from the 70s, I'm asking $25 for it, and it's number 18. $25, number 18 for the 1970s vinyl Coke cooler bag. It's amazing that this thing is in such good shape. So
that is in fabulous shape.
It really is, and you could use it.
I could see that being used on a road trip, Benny. I mean, throw that in your back seat, have all your Cokes and your sandwiches. Great little practical item, too.
The only problem is those shoes would fit probably over my big toe. Not even that. But I don't see any takers for this. So
a great beach bag, Catherine.
Heck yeah, it's a good beach bag. All right, and I might be any clock lovers in here tonight? Or you could use it as a tote for groceries too. It's pretty sturdy. So I have this Endura, Endura, not to be confused with Samantha Stevens' mom in Bewitched, Endura. So we got this little clock here. I apologize for the glare, but this is what it looks like. It's a very cool clock. It is made in France, so very fancy. And would look great in an office or in a kitchen, wherever you want to put this clock. Hey, DMB, welcome. And this clock measures it's about 3 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide. I don't think any of the numbers glow, but we can see. Oh, they do. Holy smokes. Okay, hold on. I didn't think these glowed at all.
Ooh.
But look, they do.
Check those out.
Wow. I'm glad somebody asked that because I did not think that did. So that's very cool.
Does it work?
Let me see.
I love the sound of a ticking clock. It's so soothing and relaxing.
It looks like it's locked up, so I'm not going to fool with it.
Oh, those numbers are so perfect.
Very deco looking.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you tinker with clocks, so this might be a little project for you. I'm not going to attempt to fix the tightening because I don't want to mess it up. Hey, here we
Might just
go.
be
There is a
over
little
round.
dent right here. But if you're just going to display it, it's just cool by itself. You could put it in your blacklight cabinet just as it is.
Yeah, I display clocks all over my house that don't work. I just love them. I love the faces, the numbers. They're so delightful.
Oh, have a good evening, Sandra. Could you imagine all those clocks ticking at night when you're trying to sleep? That would drive me bonkers.
Oh, I can sleep with a ticking clock.
Oh, I couldn't. Forget about it. I would probably end up throwing the clock across the room.
You would hate my cuckoo clock then. It goes off all night.
Oh, boy. But yes, I don't know if I show, but it does have some tarnish and such on the front, but that just adds to the charm of the piece. And if you are interested in this clock, non-working, gears are all tight. Oh, me too, Colleen. I'm glad I'm not the only one that struggles with it because I have severe misophonia. $18, number 12, for the Endora clock from the Deco period. I use a fan or a heater, or I fall asleep with the television on. I can't do ticking. Yeah. I'm a very complex individual.
I need the TV on at night and a fan.
So I see Sandra Smith for that. Thank you. And just to give you all an idea of what misophonia is, it's basically sound sensitivity. And I have it really bad. There are certain sounds that make me want to...
The sound of loud chewing really gets to me. I don't do well with
Yeah,
that.
we won't go down that because that's my biggest pet peeve.
Styrofoam. Ooh, I really
Styrofoam's cringy. Or nails on a chalkboard. That's cringy.
Oh, and just the feel of styrofoam. No, thank you. Okay, so my next item is a lot of fun. I've curated this little fun lot for you of Tobacciana. I collect tobacco tins and all kinds of tobacco-related items. I just love the graphics on those old cigar box labels and tins. They're just delightful, and they really do make you happy when you look at them. And so I have a whole lot of paper Tobacciana for you today. The first thing you're going to get in this lot is this old cigarette carton for Players Navy Cut cigarettes. I love the lighthouse on the in the background and the water there in the foreground. You've got a boat. You've got all kinds of fun little Navy graphics. You've got the life preserver. And I brought this just because Vinny loves the beach and loves nautical things. So this is in honor of Vinny. We've also got the great graphics on the back. Rich, cool Virginia tobacco, John Player and Sons, Castle Tobacco Factory. And there's the nautical rope on the back. This is an incredible condition for its age, you guys. And of course, it has the little hang pull tag up at the top. So you can pull out the box and the cigarettes would be inside. You have the Players logo on the back, and it's the tobacco that counts. So you're going to get this little package. Of course, there's no cigarettes left in it anymore, but 5-cent cigarettes for the Navy cut. The next thing you're going to get is some cigarette paper with some great graphics. Our advertiser, Smoking Tobacco RJR. Now, there were thousands of tobacco companies, literally thousands back in the day. So sometimes it's sort of hard to track some of the dates down on these. And since these are not tins that have a tax stamp on them where you can kind of date them, it's a little harder to date these. But I would say that this one's definitely earlier. For a pipe or cigarette, a cool, sweet smoke. And then it opens up and you've still got all the paper inside. There's a little wear to it. I mean, this is old. You're going to get Bugler cigarette papers. I love the graphics on that. 26 leaves. And on the inside, it says, for a perfect cigarette, the Brown and Williamson Tobacco Corporation. And you've got all your cigarette papers there. And then the last thing in this lot is you're going to get the Wild and Woodburn cigarettes, Woodbine cigarettes from the W.D. and Hollis Company, Bristol and London. I do believe that this is an English cigarette brand, and it has some fabulous graphics on it. This one's got a little more wear to it, but it does open up. And what's pretty cool about this is, oh, this one's Virginia tobaccos. I'm sorry. These cigarettes are made entirely of high-grade Virginia tobaccos, and they are supplied in 5 packaging, 10-cent cartons, 15-cent cartons, 20-cent, 30-cent boxes, 50-cent, 60-cent, and 100 boxes, or 100, I'm sorry, cigarettes per box, not cents. But there's the graphics on this. And this just really has a fantastic graphic on the back with all of those neat little flowers. I love that. Great graphics. So you're going to get the whole lot of all of these little fun cigarette pieces. A great instant collection here, all paper and amazing condition for their age. And it is going to be just $12. $12, number 59. $12, number 59 for the lot of paper tobacco items.
Those are
I
awesome.
love the graphics.
The Bugler one's the coolest.
The Bugler one's really cool. I love that. And
Patty Rose wants those.
Patty Rose, congrats. You're going to love that a lot. That is just absolutely fantastic. And our next item for the night is something that's kind of fun. I love little vintage scales. I have a whole collection of those too because they're just so industrial and fun. And what this is not your average scale. This is for all the record lovers out there. Now, you can actually still use this for your turntables, but what this is a phono needle gauge. So you drop the stylus with the needle onto one of these little points here, and then it will basically weigh the grams of pressure that's being put down onto the record. And why that's really important is you have to set the tracking force on your turntables, and based on, I don't want to get too complicated, but every cartridge, which is the part that the needle attaches to, has a different tracking force that it's supposed to be at to work correctly, because you don't want too much pressure on your records or you will mess up the grooves. So you can't just put cartridge on and then drop the needle. You need to make sure that the tracking force is set correctly. And this is the way to do it. So you turn the counterweight on the back of your turntable tone arm. You drop the needle onto here. It will read the grams. And then you will adjust the tracking force on the counterweight based on what's recommended for your cartridge. That's the best way that I can explain that without getting too technical. But for all of you vintage lovers, this is just a really cool old scale that would look great in an industrial display. So you can actually use it if you love records, or just put it in a display with all of your fun little gauges. It's got some great graphics on the front, and it's from the Pacific Corporation in this amazing maroon red color, and I just love that. So it is a really great piece here. And it can be yours for just $12 by giving me number 68. $12, number 68 for the record needle gauge. Love the graphics.
That's a really good price for that. I
Yeah,
see Randy Rossclaus for that.
All righty, Randy. Congrats. You are going to love that. Okay. And back to you, Vinny.
All righty. I have to say, I'm really glad that I'm not the only one that struggles with a sound disorder, because sometimes I feel alone with that.
You're not.
So that just makes me feel a little better, because there are some noises that just make me want to. Oh.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay. Oh, I did mark it. Okay. I was worried. I was like, where did my price go? All right, so I know we have some jewelry people in the chat, and I think somebody would really like this. This is one of those drawers, like a three-prong drawer. And what's nice is they open up. You could put your brooches in here. You could do so many things.
Brooches.
and the drawers come out. I do want to say that there is some damage on the part where you're not even going to see it because the drawers are just going to come out. All 3 drawers are functional, but they all seem to be missing some of the, I guess, the prong to hold it in place. The handles on the drawers are in good shape. There's nothing wrong with them. This one doesn't even seem to want to come out. So this one is secure in there. They have little cardboard inserts so that they don't stack on top of each other. But if you are a brooch lover, these pieces are fantastic for that. And I don't think I want to attempt to put this back in on camera because this is going to be difficult. I will attempt. Okay. Hopefully this sound isn't annoying you guys. But here's what it looks like if you collect a lot of brooches or so many different things. Here's the back. It's got a really neat Asian design on it. So this is probably, what do you think, Katie? Mid-century era?
I would say 50s, yes.
50s, 60s?
Perfect dresser accessory, exactly, Poodle.
Absolutely.
Put your starburst brooches in it.
Heck yeah. So let's see. This measures, so we're looking at about 7.5 inches wide, 4.25 inches in width, and about 5.25 inches tall. Absolutely. It'd be perfect for that. If anybody happens to be interested in this really awesome piece, which, like I said, does have flaws. The 2 top drawers do come out because the back little prongs that hold it in place are broken. But those are pieces you're not even going to see anyway. Everything else looks to be in good shape. I'm not sure what this little mark is on the back, but it is there. It's on the back, so it's not going to be seen. Anywho, so this piece is going to be $25, and it's number 9. $25, number 9, for the really awesome cabinets. It's like a cream, Amy, almost like a creamy white. So I will wait for a second because I know there is a bit of a lag. So I don't see any interest in that, which is okay. All right, what's the other item? Oh, these are really cool. So this is, I don't know how old this is. This is probably 70s. And I think it's something that can be functional. I just got to take my tag off of here. This is really industrial and really cool. It's a seltzer bottle, but it has kind of like a steampunk look to it with the caging on it.
Ooh, that's fantastic, Vinny.
And it does have a little bit of wear to the metal, unfortunately. But that's all right. It is a seltzer bottle, yep, and it unscrews. It needs to be cleaned because, you know, it was used at one point. I don't know if it's going to show in there, but it's a little bit grimy. But I assume it could probably still be used. Maybe. Yeah, there's holes on the side. I don't know if you all are going to be able to see, but there's a hole on the side. But it's really neat. It's heavy. I wish I had my scale so I could tell you all exactly how heavy it is, but it's thick glass. And it doesn't have, well, it says, looks like it says MA on the bottom, right there. MA, right up here. And then there's a number 94 on the bottom. Let me measure this for you all so you know exactly how tall it is. Like I said, it is heavy. There's some tarnish and weight to it, which, you know, is expected if this is from the 70s or the 80s. Yeah, isn't it awesome? All right, so it measures approximately 13.75 inches tall from the tip to the base. And I did look these up. They go for a decent amount, but I'm offering it to you all for a really good price because I offered it for a really good price. And it's $30, number 5. $30, number 5 for the really awesome seltzer bottle. And yeah, it could definitely go on a bar cart. Heck, even if you don't use it, it would just make a great display piece.
Yeah, and those seltzer bottles, man, they can get up there in price. I know because
They really can. The old ones especially. So $30, number 5 for this if anybody's interested.
You could put soda water in that and make old-fashioned Coca-Cola.
You could. You absolutely could. So I will hold it up just for a second. I know there are some people who may be lagging. All right, and I think those were my 2, so you can go ahead, Katie.
All right. So I've got a fun piece of industrial farmhouse for you. Of course, anyone can decorate with old milk bottles. I love old milk bottles. I think they've got great graphics on them, but I've got a lot of 2 of them for you today, and I think they're really interesting. This one has some amazing green graphics on the front. Look at that paint.
Ooh.
This is for Reicher's Dairy out of Warren, Ohio. It has the fabulous embossing on the bottom of the bottle, and these are relatively clean. I love getting milk in bottles, and it's a shame that we don't do that anymore. But England is actually going back to having a milkman, so that's pretty cool. I love that. My mom studied in Oxford in England for a short time as an overseas study program major. And she would get milk delivered to her door by a milkman, which she just loved. And I wish we had that here because that sounds delightful. This next milk bottle that you're going to get in this lot is from Seal Test Dairy Products. And Seal Test was located in Delaware, but eventually they allowed other companies in Canada to license under their names. So this is Bell Vernon and Seal Test Dairy Products. So I think this is one of these Canadian bottles. It also has a different type of top with these little notches for the lid to fit on top. This bottle is made by the Owens, Illinois Glass Company, and it's got some wonderful embossing on the bottom. I kind of envision these as great pieces for Christmas with the red and the green, but I think all year around, this would be fabulous in your kitchen. And I love the fact that you can clean these and actually use them for milk. Gail says she is a milkman and gets my glass milk bottles delivered every week. Oh my gosh, Dale, where do you live? If you don't mind me asking, that is so cool to me. I love that. That makes me very excited that still exists in the US today. So you're going to get both of these bottles. This one measures 8 inches. This one measures 9 inches tall. But when they are together, they look almost exactly the same height. This one just has slightly taller height because of this lip here. But you're going to get both of these fabulous old milk bottles, great for display, great graphics, lovely embossing on the bottom. And they both are going to go in this lot for just $18. $18, number 45 for the cool old milk bottles. And I do think that this one is a Canadian dairy milk bottle. Just absolutely fabulous. Yeah, you had milk delivery as a kid. Oh, how fun. And I see, I should wait. I think Sandra Smith. Congratulations, Sandra. That is awesome. And again, thank you to Vinny's dad, who's keeping track of everything, and his mom in the chat. We couldn't do the sales without you. Thank you, Sandra. You are going to love that. All right. And then my next item is in honor of Vinny. This probably came out of one of the Coca-Cola trucks. They had those little toy trucks for kids to advertise Coca-Cola. I believe these are from the 60s. Vinny, you can tell people a little bit more about this if you'd like.
So I've seen them on the old metal trucks from the 50s and 60s. I think Buddy L did one.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but the metal ones are the ones that people really go after. And they would sit in like maybe groups of maybe 9 on each side. And I think that's what those are. They're really cool. Sure.
So the door would open on the trucks, the little kids' trucks, and then, like Vinny was saying, they would be just stacked in there, and you could pull them out, and they're little Coca-Cola crates. So this is a yellow plastic Coca-Cola crate with tiny little Coca-Cola bottles to fit inside. They all are removable if you wanted to remove them and do something with them, but you have just this little, almost child-sized replica of a yellow 1940s Coca-Cola crate. This measures 3.5 inches by just 1.5 inches tall, so this will be an easy shipper. And it is absolutely adorable and fun. Great for a little display. Great for kids that won't swallow things. So if you've got older kids that have a little toy play set area, this would be great in a little grocery store vignette. And it's just fantastic. I love the advertising. I love a good mini Coca-Cola bottle. And this is so fun. And if you have one of those Coca-Cola trucks but are missing the bottles, here you go. You got the whole crate. And this little cute set can be yours for just $12, number 50. $12, number 50 for the miniature Coca-Cola bottles. And I know it's amazing all the bottles are there, because oftentimes when you do see these, the bottles are gone because they get separated and kids don't always put things back correctly. Lori, congratulations. You're going to get that. I can't wait to see what you do with it. And of course, if you display anything that you bought from Vinny or me, please feel free to share it over on Instagram. We would love to see what you do with it. And
Those
back to you. That was two.
All right. So I have two pieces that are, well, two offer ups. This one is going to start at $15. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat, and then I'll talk about it. So it starts at $15, and it is a calendar. It's not pinup. Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's of a lady with a dog. It's from 1945. So this, you can tell we're still in the war here. But I love the 40s attire she's wearing. I forget the name of this dog breed. It's not a boxer.
Oh, not a Doberman. Maybe a Doberman? With the pointed ears. He's got cropped and docked ears.
And this is an advertising calendar for the general
Great
merchandise.
Dane.
Great Dane. So John K. Zulinger, who was a dealer in general merchandise in Orrstown, Pennsylvania. Awesome, awesome piece. And it would frame really nicely. And I think it would look great in an industrial room, or industrial, like maybe garage or basement or something like that. All of the calendar appears to be there. It goes by 2 months. So January, February. Let me see if December is there, because I think it is. I think all months are present, and I am correct. So can you picture this up on a wall, maybe? It would probably go, could it go medium? No, probably not, but it's light enough. I could put it in a tube, roll it up. As you can see, it does have some wear, because this is 78 years old now. So for it to be in the shape that it's in, it's amazing. It really would look good in a vintage kitchen. Now, I will say you're probably not gonna hang it up by the little pull tab here, but you can frame this up. You can go to Walmart and get a frame for next to nothing and have this up in your kitchen. But again, I love the 40s attire this girl is carrying with a Great Dane. I just thought that was phenomenal. So I'm not seeing any interest in it, which is totally all right. We can always come back to it if anybody would like. So let me go ahead and type pass in here. I'll wait for it to pop up on StreamYard, and then I'll go ahead and show my next item. Oh, it was an offer up.
Price?
It was an offer up starting at $15. I thought I said it. Maybe I said it too quick.
I thought you did too, Vinny, but maybe not. Oh, we got someone at 15.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and so we'll just go ahead and we'll count that down. So they would like it for 15. So I'm going to do this countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll call it sold. Oh, okay, I got you. No problem. So that is yours, you guys. Thank you very much. All right. So my next item is also an offer up, and it's going to start at $12. I've got 4 pinup arcade cards to offer tonight.
Ooh,
Now,
look at these.
These are ones that I have already. I wouldn't sell them if I didn't have them. So we have this girl right here.
I love her.
And the title, I don't know if it's going to come up on camera or not. It says, "Come on, we're late now." Now, do expect these pieces to have some wear and tear to them because of their age. But it's going to be for all 4 cards. So right now, at the start at 12, that puts them at $3 a piece, which is a very good price for these. Picture this in a flower frog in a spring display because of the pink and the green and such that she's wearing. This one is called Social Security on one of those like old school workout machines, and it looks like she's topless.
Oh, I love that.
I'm glad your mom's not here, Katie. I feel like I'd be in big trouble if she were.
No, I think that she gets the pinup stuff. I mean, this
Okay,
isn't super saucy, no.
Oh, I didn't read the caption of the. Oh, yes, I did. Social Security was the title of that one. And this one reads, "I never played Old Maid like that before." And she's in a barrel, completely nude. Oops.
I love the pinup cards. I've got several Vinny sent me on my antique desk that I'm looking at right now.
And this one, this is what I like to call a naughty maid or a naughty chef. Easy to take. Picture her in your kitchen.
I'd frame her and hang her in the kitchen for sure.
Oh, I would too. But I think a lot more would happen in the kitchen instead of just cooking, if you catch my drift. If this lady were around.
Don't be like Joey, though. He says that you can't cook naked because if sauce splatters, it's terrible. If you love Friends, you'll get that reference. I love
Yes.
that show.
Who doesn't? Okay, so these are starting at $12, and you're getting all 4 of them for that price, you guys. Like I said, if I didn't have these already, I wouldn't be selling them.
Bargain, bargain, bargain.
Okay. Oh, hold on. We have a question. I grew up around this stuff. Well, not the pinup stuff. That kind of came later, but all the other stuff, I mean, my grandmother had antique stuff all over her house, so it was just something that was normal to me. What about you, Katie?
My mom actually had to work a booth. She's a local news anchor for our local news station here, and she'd have to work the First Coast News booth down at the what was it, Fernandina Shrimp Festival. So I would go down with her, and when I wasn't hanging out in the booth while she was, greeting people and doing all the things that they did at the booth there, she would give me $10, and right behind the booth was Antique Row. And as a kid, I thought that was so exciting. And the first couple of things I bought with my little $10 was a couple of antique costume jewelry rings, because I loved wearing rings. I always have, and Coca-Cola bottles. And that's really where my love of Coca-Cola stuff started, was collecting bottles from Antique Row. And I think I've always been a collector at heart. When I was a kid, I loved rocks, all the things kids collect. I love them. And just going down Antique Row and seeing things, I really fell in love with it. And I got my mom into it too, because she does pottery. And I started collecting doorknobs for her to use as lids on her pottery. So she's now all into it, and she wears the vintage brooches, and we have fun doing it together. So I kind of enjoy it. But that's how I got started as Antique Row when I was like 7 years old at the Fernandina Shrimp Festival.
Righty. I don't even know how many items we have left. I've lost count.
I've lost count too, Vinny. Let's see. I think just like 3 or 4 left.
Okay.
If my numbers are correct.
Okay, so alrighty. So I think those were my 2, so I'll bring you back.
Did you give a price? I don't think you did, Vinny, for the.
Oh, I did. Did I not put it in? Oh, yeah, I put in 12. Nobody put in a claim, which is okay.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So I passed. So I put pass in there.
Okay. My next item is something coming from my own collection, and I love my motor oil tins. This is something that I collect. This is a 2-gallon can. So these are great for display because the tops are kind of flat. And if you have other tins, for example, like the standard oil tin, they look pretty cool stacked on top of these. So I always have fun with these cans, and I have quite a few of these around my spool table. And when I moved, I just didn't have room for this guy, and I thought, ooh, someone is going to love him. So you can have something from my personal collection that I've loved and had for a long time. And this is an Atlantic Capital Motor Oil 2-gallon can. But are you ready for it? The front's pretty cool, but look at the side with the Capitol building. How awesome is that? 2 gallons, and it's on both sides. You've got nice graphics all the way around. There's a little bit of a dent here. Of course, these old cans were made to be thrown away, so they weren't meant to be capped. So a lot of them always have a little dent or a little rust or a little, love here and there. But this is just fantastic. You want the Sinclair oil can. Sandra, I remember you saying something about that. Did your dad work for Sinclair? You have a connection to Sinclair, I think. I'm not quite ready to sell that one yet, but we've got this one, and it's got great graphics. It is gray and blue. I love the navy, the offset navy highlighting the word Atlantic over the red is just fabulous. This would be great for a 4th of July display. This will be a very easy tin to ship. It won't cost you a ton of money. I buy oil cans from eBay all the time, and I don't pay more than $10 for shipping. And I'm here in Florida, so I buy a lot from the Midwest. And this is 10.5 inches tall and about 5 inches wide if you're looking to display it. So this is a great can, great graphics. And y'all, I'm giving this to you at a steal of a deal. I paid way more for this can. I've paid up for some of my oil cans, but they're worth it because they're just so wonderful. So this is a bargain, just something fun for my own collection, and it's going to be just $18, number 52. $18, number 52 for the Atlantic Refining Company motor oil can with great graphics. Your dad owned a Sinclair truck in the 50s. Fantastic, Sandra. I love that. Yeah, it would be great in a garage. I don't usually say the word man cave because I think girls and guys can love rusty, crusty stuff too. But you could definitely put this in a man cave. Great graphics. And I love the little handle up at the top. This is just a fantastic can. Great graphics. Yes. Yeah, I know, right? You wish you had the room. That's always the case, right? Needing the room for things. All right, so that's my motor oil can. And then my next item is another little curated lot. And I love these little copper molds. I think they're fantastic. And I've got some unusual ones for you in this lot. And this just kind of reminds me of the Golden Girls. So you can recreate the Golden Girls kitchen with this fun little lot of molds. And these molds are nice because they have just the flat cut mold. The molds that are a little bit more common have the little folded edge where they take a wire and fold it over. And these have just the nicely cut edge, so they are worth a little bit more. And they're nicely made. Now, I can polish all of these up with Barkeeper's Friend if you would like them sparkly, but I prefer these to have a little bit of patina, so it's up to you. Whoever gets this can let me know. These also have the tin lining, so they're really nice. They're all ready to hang. So you're going to get this mold that's kind of domed with the ridges, and this one measures about 3.5 inches. You're going to get the lobster mold, of course, good old classic lobster, with the tin lining as well. And he measures to be about 5 inches tall. And these are great in a little gallery wall in your kitchen, all hanging together. They just look really smart. And then you're going to get this perfectly round little mold. Kind of looks like a flower. Again, with the inside, he's 2.5 inches, and he's got the nice solid cut copper edge here, which is always the better mold. And then this one is made in Switzerland. So it's a really nice mold with some great detail. This guy's just mini and adorable. He is so cute. He measures to be about 1.5 inches in size. And I'm saving the best mold for last. And this is a very hard to find mold. I don't often see them with cherries. So you are getting a cherry copper mold. It is round. It's got the hanger and that beautiful, almost mint condition tin lining. You could actually use these if you would like, although tin I wouldn't necessarily want to put in my food. So I might line these with something first if you are going to use them as molds. But they're great on the wall, and this one's 2 inches in size. So you are getting 5 copper Jello molds for just $20 by giving me number 36. $20, number 36 for the industrial, amazing copper molds. And I love the cherries, the lobster, and all of these. So all of these are in one nice lot here for you all. So you're getting all of these, $20, number 36, if anybody is interested. And if not, we'll just hop on back over to Benny. Ooh.
So we're supposed to have 2 more rounds each. Is that what it is?
Yes, I think
Okay,
so,
good.
Benny.
We're going on 2 hours and 30 minutes, guys. Thanks for sticking with us.
Or I have 3 items left.
Okay. Alrighty, so my one lot of item is going to start at $22, and I have 3 Hoosier jars. We've got this big shaker. All have their original lids. This one's got kind of like a lined texture to it. This one, I believe, would hold a spice because there are no holes in the lid. There's a place where I guess a paper label would have gone at one point right here. This one is not even on this table. I guess it's just this table, I guess. And then I've got 2 of these. These are giant shakers with the original lids, and they have kind of like a diagonal, I guess would have had a diagonal paper lid. Oh, I didn't realize there was a tag on here still. There are no maker's marks on them to say who made them. I know that these definitely go onto a Hoosier, an old school Hoosier from the early turn of the century.
I love those jars so much.
I know, they're so cool. So you're getting all 4 of those. This one is a lot heavier than this one, or those 2, and this one. But if you have the whole set along with the caddy that these go on, you got a pretty good amount. You got some moolah right there. But these are nice, good quality glass, and if you wanted to use them, you absolutely could. Now this one, I should have mentioned that this one does have some dents. But I mean, these are old. Like, what do you expect? You can't expect
They are
perfection.
hard to find with the lids.
Yeah, they really are. So my grandmother had we still have it. It's a Sellers Hoosier. My mom uses it in her little makeshift studio in the basement. And it's got, I remember when I was growing up, I think my grandmother had those stored away. But then when she passed and we moved to her house, we brought them out and just kind of made it look like an authentic Hoosier again. But yeah, these are some great pieces, and I don't really ever see them all that often. Alrighty, so I'm not seeing any other takers, so we'll go ahead and do the countdown. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh. All right, and it looks like Karen K comes in at $23. Thank you very much. All right, what's the next item that I wanted to show? Okay. Do I want to do those or do I want to wait? Maybe I'll do these. Oh, this is really coming quick. Okay. So my next item is an offer up. It's going to be, I'm actually going to start this a little bit higher because I did pay up for some of this stuff. So I'm going to start this at $45.
This is a bargain, you guys.
I have a spice rack, and there's other pieces to it. Don't worry. Let me just came off of the. Okay, so it's a spice rack, black and silver, chrome, very similar or very iconic for the 50s. We've got allspice. We've got salt. We have nutmeg. There is cayenne pepper. We've got paprika. We've got ginger. We have mustard. And something else just fell and I need to pick it up. And the one that fell was cloves. Now I want to say the shelf is unfortunately coming apart right here. I don't know if there's a way to fix that, but that's just how it is. Maybe the shelf got a little bent, but you're getting all of those. And then I also have part of a canister set to go along with it. I don't have the complete set. So we've got sugar.
Wow, look at all this coffee.
And, oops, if I can get it out of here. And tea. So it's, what is this, like a cast aluminum kind of a thing?
Yeah, I would say aluminum.
Lids are in good shape. I mean, there is some wear and tear to them because you got to expect that being older. But again, it's an offer up starting at $45. You're getting the canisters and the spice rack set. So you may have to wait and see if you can find the coffee for this. But it is fantastic. You're getting it all together for one money. So it's, again, it starts at $45. The shelf does need to be fixed, but you're getting everything for one price, which I think is pretty phenomenal.
That's a bargain, you guys. What a bargain. One of those canisters would go for $25 or more in our antique mall.
Absolutely. You know, you probably could fix this shelf maybe by bending it or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, but it's popping out, as you can see, so you have to fix that. But yes, so it does start. Yeah, it does. And all are in good shape. I mean, I don't see any dents or dings on any of the shakers themselves or the canisters. Just scratches and wear because, you know, this is 70-something years, almost 70 years old now. Okay, so I am not seeing any other interest in that, which is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pass. It really would look great in a farmhouse, wouldn't it? So I think those were my two. So Katie, it's back to you.
All righty. My next item, Vinny, is going to start at $25.
All right.
And what I have is a really cool grease jar. And grease jars are super hard to find, at least for me. And this is a grease jar from the 50s that says grease with a really killer cool plastic red knob. And I love the red. It really is in excellent condition for its age. It's going to start at just $25. It is aluminum. There are no dents or dings to it. And really, saving your grease, it's the best way to cook bacon and any other things that you want. So I save my bacon grease and I'll cook things with it. And this is definitely a great piece. And yes, grease is the word, Colleen. Grease is the word. It is more, what is it? Grease is the word. Is the word something? I don't know the rest of the words, but it's a good, something about a feeling. Grease is the feeling, the moment, the feeling. I don't know. Great Frankie Valli song. So this is a wonderful canister to add into your kitchen. It's just $25. Really nice and clean on the inside. And I love, love, love that red knob. I just think that knob makes it. It is so absolutely fantastic. So if I don't see anyone for this is okay. We can always come back to it. And of course, if you're watching the replay, folks, and there is something that you are interested in that did not sell, please feel free to email us, because we will be glad to sell you something through email. That's a good way to shop. My next item is a whole lot of fun industrial Tobacciano. And I've got all of these Tobacciano pieces for you. The first one that you are going to get in the lot is this Lucky Strike 10 from probably around 1900. It is just fantastic. It's got the wing on the side with the Greek key, the gold, and the red. Great 10. And it says Lucky Strike cut plug on the side. And this is interesting because this is made by the American Tobacco Company. And I believe, does it say American? Yes, the 10 was made by the American Can Company, which they made a lot of the tobacco 10s. And I believe, if I've got my memory correct, let's see, I believe the American Can Company bought out all of the other companies in 1900. Or 1901, I believe is the date on that. So this is a Lucky Strike cut plug. Neat little tin. It opens up. It does have remnants of a tobacco tag or tobacco on the side, tobacco stamp. So the tax stamp on the side. And then you're going to get the Edgeworth high grade cut plug. Great graphics on that. Nice and clean on the inside with some more fabulous graphics. So you'll get that 10 in the lot. You're going to get a little Between the Axe. I love Between the Axe. They're one of my favorite cigar brands. These are just like little mini cigars. And it says, big cigar pleasure when time is short. Puff lightly, you need not to hail and to enjoy them. And there's the cool graphics on the inside. Look at that guy. I'd almost display this open and put something fun inside. And these tins are metal, so you can use little mini magnets and magnetize some of your collections to the lid. You're going to get the Burley and Bright half and half. Now, these are called pocket tins because they would go into your pocket. And then you're going to get the Sir Walter Raleigh. So great graphics on that. I display this for Halloween, and you've got remnants too of a tax stamp. Some of these tax stamps are a little harder to read if they're broken. This one, I can't quite make out the year. If it's before 1930, they would have the year printed on it. If it's after 1930, it starts Series 100. So if you ever find a tobacco can or tin that has like Series 101, or Series A 101, that would be 1931, and they did that up until, I believe, 1950. So anyway, all of these fabulous little tins can be yours for just a steal of a deal, instant collection here of just, that was the wrong number, I'm sorry. Yes, just $25, number 37. $25, number 37 for this lot, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tins in the whole lot. So just a fabulous lot here. And Vinny, do you want me to do my last item?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
Randy, I see you. Congratulations. This is for you. And don't worry, folks, I've got one more lot of Tobacciana for you. So this is another great lot of cool tins. And what we have here is some different colored tins with great graphics. This is for Enmore Flake, Murray's Enmore Flake. I love the red and the yellow together. And this has the tobacco company that sold that. So Faber and Greg Incorporated, but this is made in the UK. Murray's is a UK brand of tobacco. So you'll get this tin. It does open up and it's relatively clean on the inside. In fact, very clean. The next one you're going to get is Dobbs 4 Square Cut Cake. It is a round tin for cut cake. And it is nice and clean as well on the inside with some great graphics on the back. I love that embossing. This one is made in Scotland. So yes, this is a Scottish tobacco. And then you are going to get, of course, fabulous Dill's Best Sliced. I love the Dill's Best. This is a harder tin to find in this size. And the inside's got a little bit of wear, but again, I love the yellow and kind of that saucy lady on the front. You're going to get Edgeworth as well. Good old Edgeworth plug slice with great graphics on the front in this lot. And then you are going to round out the lot with the Flying Dutchman. Look at that. And it has the original price tag for Woods Drug Stores, 70 cents. Oh, I love that. And you've got the Flying Dutchman and then great graphics on the back. Love the silver, the gold, navy, and blue together. Just fabulous. And again, you can display it on its side because it is a round can. So all of these are going to be just $25 again for number 40. $25, number 40 for 5 tobacco tins. Great instant collection. And that is a great price for the whole bunch of tins here. And
I keep hitting the wrong thing on my phone.
I think I see Poodle. Poodle, congratulations. You are going to love those. What a great lot. And that's everything for me, Vinny. Thanks so much for having me on. And thank you to Salty Croc and Mystic Mom for keeping track of everything in the chat for us. You are fantastic.
All right, you guys. So that concludes our industrial sale for the month. Thank you again, Katie, for joining me tonight.
Oh, of course.
And please make sure you are subscribing. Oh, Lord, I can never get this right.
It's StreamYard's backwards. It's okay.
Right. So make sure you are subscribing to Katie and following her on Instagram. She does videos as well and puts out good content. I do apologize if this went over longer than it should have. We might have to reduce the amount of items that we share next time because I feel bad we've intruded on Pam's time.
Well, people
I
can
hope
have
you
2
all
windows.
will join us again because we're going to make this a monthly thing. We will also offer some really good stuff like we did tonight. If you're watching the replay and you see something that you're interested in that did not sell, you can always email us. Our emails are scrolling down below. Or you can contact us on Instagram as well and ask us about an item. And if it's still available, we will get that out to you as soon as possible.
And Karen, yes, the perfume bottle is still available and it will be yours. Let me just quote a price here for you. I believe it was $25. Let me just see. I'm looking here. Where did it go? I'm just not very fast here. Oh, yes, $30. Karen, is that okay? I've got you for $30 for the perfume bottle, and it is yours.
Alrighty, folks. So that will conclude it for this month. I will see you all in my next sale. Katie, what do you have coming up next on your channel?
I've got another jewelry sale coming with Soulmate from New Zealand. So we've got our fabulous turntable all set up, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be next Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. I also have a video coming this Wednesday. I will do a premiere on at 7 o'clock Eastern, and it is going to be a tour of the historic San Marco Theater that has closed. And I'm going to also share some of my video from when I went inside and got to take things from the theater at their auction. So you're going to get to see me unscrewing doorknobs, pulling heavy stuff off the wall, and finding some amazing 1938 Art Deco pieces. So definitely tune in for that. But that's what I've got coming up. And and stay tuned tomorrow on Instagram. I have a special surprise. I might be going somewhere really fun.
All righty. So my first ever Shop With Me airs on Monday at midnight, of course. That's usually when all my videos go up. So stay tuned for that. And then I will be doing the haul video from that Shop With Me, which will go up on Wednesday. And then I'll probably throw in another haul from another place. And then, of course, Saturday are, my regularly scheduled live sales. So I will see you all then. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Again, please make sure you're subscribing to Katie and following her on Instagram as well. And we will all see you all in our next sale. So take care, and you all have a good night.
Bye, friends.